This is full squad.
Roll.
You. Oh. Jump. Arm. Knee.
This is...
Hey, go ahead and kick it on over there, Gearbox Doug. Yeah, let's get this party rolling. And hey there, welcome back to the House of G. It is that time again. It is Monday. Hope you had a great weekend there. And let's see if we can kick off this week right, and as best we can here, at least with what pop culture has been giving us to work with here. Oh Lord, what are you gonna do? Doing the best I can. It's been absolutely crazy, absolutely nuts. Jimmy freaking cricket. I started this journey almost a year and a half ago. My main channel. Very quickly saw a need for a side channel, which was originally Rebel Rant, and after a while, it morphed into something else, and it is now the House of G, the House of the Original Geek, the House of the Original Gamer, and yeah, so it's been an incredible journey to say the least. And for those of you that have stuck along for the ride, I want to say thank you. This channel is unfortunately more of a side passion project for me because of the simple fact that YouTube will never allow this channel to succeed, not like some of these other channels. And why? Because I've had it. I've had it with the sugarcoating. I've had it with the censoring. I've had it with dancing on eggshells and whatnot. I had it. Just had it playing. Yeah, I'm done with all that. First Amendment. Learn it, live it, love it. Boom, chakalaka. And that's what we're doing here on the House of G. And looking to do some deep dive pop culture archaeology. We're going places other channels fear to tread. And let me tell you, it's produced some surprising results. Hopefully one of these days I'll be able to put a little more work into what we're uncovering here on the House of G in my spare time, because right now I ain't got any. My main channel, Rebel Squadron, is just wow. Yeah, it's not. I'm not monetized yet there, but I'm working hard day and night to get that thing going. And my best shot at being able to do this for long term is in fact my main channel. That's where, well, success in my main channel is going to make it possible for me to keep doing this here. And in this format without having to walk on eggshells, without having to pull any punches, without having to worry about YouTube censorship. The main channel is going to make this channel a reality. That's where we're at here, folks. So if you do enjoy the House of G, and if you'd like to help support the House of G, one way you can do that is check out my main channel, and just try to keep it on the lighter side, more on the fun side and whatnot. Yeah, just have a good time, get back to the heart of gaming, geeking out and whatnot in the fun way. I'd save the serious stuff for here on the House of G as much as I can. And yeah, so if you'd like to support House of G, there's one way that you can do that. So go, become a part of the community over at Rebel Squadron and support the channel there. By supporting Rebel Squadron, you are supporting the House of G. So just something to think about there. If you do enjoy being a part of the House of G. So okay, enough toot my own horn and all that stuff. Yeah, whatever. Optics, it's always about optics, right? I'm not even going to touch that one. If anybody even knows what I'm talking about, notice that right there. I'm sure they'll point it out at some point. What are you gonna do? Hope you're having a great Monday there. Starting off your week and everything, and yeah, we're gonna be doing some more pop culture archaeology, deep diving. Oh my gosh, man, it's like. This channel was originally just supposed to be just having fun. I mean, even with commentary and stuff like that, man, we've discovered some disturbing stuff, truly disturbing stuff. So part of me is kind of dreading what we're going to find today, because some of the stuff is definitely post-divergence. I'm looking at one of the covers and it's already like not giving me good vibes. Let's put it that way. That one, yeah, I'm not. Oh my lord. So we're gonna try to have fun with it anyways. I can already tell you. We're going to get into some ugly stuff. Yeah, because these other channels, yeah, they're all about their little mantra, their little fun little sayings, get woke, go broke, stuff like that. But, when it comes to getting down to brass tacks, they shy away from it. They chicken out. They don't want to go there. But guess what? House of G, not afraid to. We will go there. And then some. And Remy, welcome back to the stream. It's always good to see you. I'm here in my favorite Monday morning activity. That means the world to me. Thank you for that. That's always great. You're here to have fun with you. Yeah. As much fun as it is on my side, having you in the live chat. That's what really brings the channel to life, if you ask me. It's this whole thing. Let me get off on a little bit of a tangent here. It's like this YouTube thing, these platforms. Yeah, it started off with people just wanted to upload videos, share with their friends and family, and then you got these younger generation that they saw something in these types of platforms. They saw some potential there, and they took the risk. These guys, they were the trailblazers for what I'm doing here. They were the trailblazers, and I give them full credit for that. I could not be doing what I am now without those trailblazers already having done it and proven that it is a viable media and everything like that, if you know what I mean. They're trailblazers. They went where nobody had gone before with it, and they proved that you can do big things with something like this. And, well, where was I going with that? Damn, man, I hate it when I lose my train of thought. It's still there, but it's just like the so biscuit, man. So yeah. So the trailblazers, they proved that you could do things with this. But here's the thing: there's still an incredible amount of untapped potential in these platforms. Like just incredible amount of, it's we barely touched the surface of what people can do with channels like this and whatnot. Instead of having dependent Hollywood and these big old production companies that are all like very incestuous in nature, if you know what I mean, among other things, now movies, television, stuff like that, it's not going away. Movies came out, television came out, those fancy moving pictures. Radio got knocked down from its place as the king of entertainment, But radio is still very important. Don't get me wrong. It's still very important. Some movies, television, all stuff. It's not going away. However, this right here, this is the future of entertainment. I'm telling you right now. And yeah, we're just getting started. Exactly, Remy. It's exactly. We're just getting started. Really, seriously. No joke. We're just getting started. Like the potential of this type of entertainment is just, it's untapped. Like people think, there are a lot of big channels out there and whatnot. But there's so much untapped potential still left there waiting. Like big old freaking undiscovered oil fields out there, just waiting to be discovered and tapped into. That is the beautiful thing about this form of entertainment and stuff like that. The next evolution and everything, it just sends chills down my spine. It's like, yeah. I'm straight talking this morning, apparently. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you don't start going all eubonics on me, I think we're good. Shoot me cricket, man. It's just, oh man. Yeah, the things that we could do with this is just, I have a very, very active and vivid imagination. Even I can only imagine like the bare minimum of what can be done with this. It's just, oh my lord, so much potential. I'm hoping and praying that my main channel takes off in a big way so that I can continue to build and grow this channel as well. And I mean, there's so much potential. Like, look at, as far as like this type of thing goes, commentary, stuff like that, look at Friday Night Tights. Now I did leave that community because too much hypocrisy. As far as I'm concerned, they're more concerned with making a name for themselves. I'm not saying they don't care about pop culture, but at the end of the day, excuse me, there's a lot of hypocritical stuff going on there, and yeah. But I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. The point being, it's just we're just getting started. Friday Night Tights is a good example of what I'm talking about as for what can be done, and even that's still just scratching the surface. There's so much we can do. Not mindless nonsense. Educational entertainment, not mindless nonsense. It depends on. See, when people say educational entertainment, I get a little cringy because it depends on what direction you're going with that. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and stuff, but it's a natural reaction for me when people say educational entertainment. It's cringy because entertainment is supposed to be entertainment, and yes, it is the best entertainment. You do learn something from it, but to design it around education, like unless you're trying to do like a science channel or something like that, which would be educational entertainment, emphasizing the educational aspect. I'm trying to do entertainment that can be educational as well. Like I said, some of the best entertainment does have it does educate you on something, has a moral to the story. But there's a difference between entertainment that you learn something from and stuff that's actually designed to be. It's just one of those pet peeves I got. It's difficult I don't know. It's just one of those things for me. It's but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Entertainment enriches the mind. Despise the word entertainment. Oh no, I don't have a problem with the word entertainment. It's entertainment that enriches the mind. Contest. Entertainment is supposed to be like strictly entertainment. It's supposed to be entertaining, and yeah, hopefully there's gonna be a moral to the story and some like a good one. The best, like He-Man, like let's say He-Man, the original He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Like the modern stuff, absolute trash. They're pushing an agenda. They're pushing a message that just does not. It's a very bad message. Let's put it that. Let's just leave it at that. Very bad message. Now, the original He-Man, very entertaining show. I loved that show growing up. Freaking loved it. but there was always a moral to the story as well. It was a very good moral, based in more often than not, based on like Christian type values, if you know what I mean. To just put it succinctly, it's a cartoon. It's the primary motivation of it was entertainment, kids' cartoons. It's kids just have fun. I have the power. It's stuff like that. It's like that was the point. But there was a moral to the story, and I'm completely off on I'm completely sidetracked on a tangent right now. This is not a scripted show. Let me tell you, by and large, at least. Let's see. I hear you. We could use different words. Go back to Greek or Latin, Latin, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, bada bing, bazinga. I gotcha. It's all good. It's all good. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the free speech. Being able to have a conversation. The whole point of conversing with somebody is to figure out communication. Somebody's got one view, I got another view. Trying to oil and water don't mix. So compromise can in fact be a bad word. However, when it comes to trying to understand somebody, that's a good thing. And let's see, I remember the opening intro audio of He-Man, and then with that, my absolute favorite. Yeah, it was an amazing audio or intro and everything. It was so well done. It got you, got you all hyped up and stuff like that. As a boy growing up, it's like, yeah, he's He-Man. He's all like, he's strong, and he's badass, and he's a hero. And it's like, yeah, I want to be like He-Man. Growing up, it's like, Captain Caveman. I remember Captain Caveman. He was freaking hilarious. But there was always a moral. It was mainly entertainment, but there was a moral. Be the good guy, be heroic, be stoic, do the right thing. But it didn't beat you over the head with it. It wasn't educational, It didn't beat you over the head with it. It was woven. It was one of those threads woven into the story. It wasn't the story itself necessarily. And yeah, when people say educational entertainment, I think a science channel, and they're literally trying to educate you about science, for example. And so people love to use the phrase educational entertainment nowadays, and I'm not even sure most people understand what it is they're saying at this point. That's the only reason I've gone off on this tangent. I really believe that most people don't even understand what that means anymore, because it's just been so. Yeah, I truly loved Hanna-Barbera. They made some fantastic stuff growing up. Like, holy crap! I mean, yeah, you're bringing out a blast from the past there, Remy. Especially with that Captain Caveman, man. There were so many great cartoons back. No, I don't want to get too much of a tangent here, but yeah, cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons, they don't exist anymore. I remember growing up as a kid, I was so excited about Saturday morning cartoons. Get up, throwing on the TV. It's like they were all so many different television stations with cartoons that I had to jump around trying to find. I want to watch this one. No, I want to watch it. Nowadays, there's nothing. There's literally nothing. They've destroyed pop culture in general, but in terms of cartoons, there's nothing. Saturday morning cartoons have gone extinct, and that is by design. They did that on purpose, because they're edgy, they're entertaining. Especially back in the day, in my childhood, they were very entertaining, but they had a moral to the story. And these people who have taken over pop culture, they can't have that. No. They can't have the moral to the story. They have to have their own twisted form of entertainment that has no real moral. The purpose of their entertainment is to completely twist your values. That's what we're getting at here on the House of G. This is more of an analysis or review. Motivates us to get up early on Saturday mornings. Yeah. No, seriously. Like I tend to, my entire life, I've been a night owl. I tend to stay up late, get up late. Saturday though, yeah, I was motivated to get up on the weekend of all. It's like something motivated us with morals. Exactly. It was entertainment, escapism, but there was a moral, and it was it was a valid moral, a valid message. And as much as some people will hate that I'm saying this, that those messages were by and large founded in biblical principles. And that's just a fact. If you have a problem with that, I don't care. I don't care. It's time for those people that have a problem with that, it's time for you to start facing reality. And yeah. So there's that. That's why some of the stuff that we've been going through here with this pop culture archaeology has been so difficult for me, because it's like, holy crap, I'm looking at my childhood in a whole new light. And now, fortunately, this stuff is post-childhood, like the Great Divergence. Originally I was placing that around 95, 96. Because around 95, 96, I mean, they completely took over. These freak shows, they completely 100% took over. Now, we're learning that prior to 95, they had already, yeah, I've already stated that they had their foot in the door, but we're learning that, well, they had more influence prior to 95 than I previously thought they did. And I'm actually debating on whether or not to revise my starting point for the Great Divergence. Right now it's right around 95. I don't know. But at the very least, they had a good amount of influence prior to 95. They might not have completely taken over. I haven't gone through enough stuff to be able to confirm that or not. But they very much had. I mean, there's so much weird stuff. Yeah, so we're going to be going through some Batman and Mutant type stuff today. And we're going to have a couple of really good comparisons here to. I think we've got a couple issues here that are really going to provide some nice contrast. And actually, just looking at the covers, I can already tell you that that's what's going to happen here. So, and that is weird because that is a huge price difference. Okay, we're going to be getting into this here in a hot second. Something that motivated us with the morals. I think I said that, read that. But yeah, 100% true. Jimmy Cricket, man. Oh yeah, so one last thing before I get started here. Over on Rebel Squadron, if anybody's interested to checking out my main channel and everything, it's generally more lighthearted, more just about having fun. I try to keep it way less serious than over here. Something did happen though. I got banned from super chatting on Dr. Disrespect's live streams. And I believe that it could potentially be connected to the hacking pandemic that's going on in modern gaming. So if anybody's interested in that, feel free to stop by Rebel Squadron and check it out. I just uploaded a video that I cut out. I clipped it from my live stream over the weekend. If you're interested in that stuff, feel free to check it out. And I'm on a live stream, my main channel, Rebel Squadron. I am working on a merchandise store. So if anybody's interested in merchandise, keep an eye. I got some stuff that I think I was ready to go. I'm working on some other stuff. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, check it out. If you support Rebel Squadron, you are supporting House of G directly. So, and at some point, I will have some House of G merchandise going on. It's a process. One man show. I got to do everything myself, one step at a time. We're getting there. We're getting there. That's the important thing. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this here. Hope you're having a great Monday there. Let's go ahead and do some deep dive pop culture archaeology. Doggy. Let's see here. Okay, so let me I got this whole new format. It's a tiny bit clunky, but it's the best I can do. So hopefully it works for you guys. Boom! Here we go. We're going to start off here with some X-Force number 38. Now check the price, $2.95. September. I want to say this is pre-93. We're going to find out here. So Phalanx Covenant. That is not Jean Grey. That is, well, there was this character called Banshee, but it was a dude. It was a guy. Now that looks like I think that's a chick named Myra or something like that. I don't know if she was called Banshee or not, but it's not Jean Grey. That's the point. She's got the same costume as Banshee though. I forgot. Itchy. I don't have allergies, but for some reason it's all itchy. Live, I guess you could say live television, I guess. Technically. If you're watching this on TV, then this would be live television. Stuff happens, what can I say? Boom chakalaka. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this. See, we're looking at Full Length Covenant Life Signs Part 2. So this is actually Part 2. X-Force, number 38. So take a look at the cover art. There's actually, now just looking at the cover art, there's nothing really janky jumping out at me. It seems pretty decent for comic book artwork. Now, like, who is, okay, so the characters I'm less familiar with. It's been a long time. I think that's Speedball, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% certain. It's been such a long time on these guys. The chick on his back, she's like a sort of like a werewolfish type person, but you know, mutant, not like real werewolf. It's like a mutant mutation of hers. Now I want to point something out though. This is going to come into play with the next issue. Check out her design. She looks very womanly, very feminine, very, you know, almost petite, but she looks like a woman. It is actually not a bad picture of her. Same thing with the Banshee chick, the female Banshee. Very womanly, very feminine. The dude that, what's his name? I forget his name. He's like some sort of android creature. Maybe he's a mutant, like human, with a mutation. It makes I'm actually not sure about that one. But that could also have something to do with something else. This is an X-Men event. There was some sort of virus thing or something. I don't know. It's been such a long time. So that's why we're going to get back into this here. Let's see here. It's all good. I appreciate authentic, unedited, unprocessed live streams. LOL, lol. Makes it real. I know exactly what you're saying. Reality television is popular for a reason. But here's the funny thing. Even with some of these YouTube channels, the reality aspect can be quite scripted. That's not the case here. This is 100% unscripted. 100% real, and minimal to no scripting. There are instances, like especially if I'm doing like a video, there are instances where I will do a script. But yeah, live streams, it's just at least at this point with mine, it's almost 1% off the cuff. So you just yeah, anybody watching, you're just gonna have to take it as it comes, because I got no idea what to expect, and I'm the one running the show here. So Jiminy Cricket, are you serious with this? This is so different. This is okay. Let me look at the year. What? Okay. So this is from. Is it? Jimmy. Oh, the ink is buggers. I can't tell if that's 1984. No, it cannot be 1984. There's no way. No. No, there's no way that's 1980. That's got to be 1994. Especially with that price, $2.95. It's got to be 1994. It's really, normally I can make it out. It's like the text that has that information is like really super tiny to begin with. I can usually make it out though. This is like, it's on the blurry side for some reason. It might be the ink quality or the paper quality. I'm gonna have to go with 1994 at this point. Hold on. Natural Born Killers. When did that come out? Was that 94? I want to say Natural Born Killers was in the 90s, so that would make this 1994. So we're gonna go 19. Yeah, it should be 1994. Yeah, number 38, September of 1994. So this is okay. A little bit of a surprise actually, because she looks like a pretty normal looking. I think her name is Rain. I think. Jenna Cricket. Yeah, I collected some X-Force back in the day. I wasn't as into X-Force as X-Men, so I'm familiar with the characters, but not like super familiar. And I want to say her name is Ray. Mutant ability was like a werewolf type form and stuff like that. Point being, this is 1984, September, right before the Great Divergence. And based on some of the stuff I've read in like X-Men, Wolverine especially at the exact same time frame, I am honestly a little bit shocked at how normal she looks as far as being female. Her feminine form, petite, I mean, just nice looking for being a fictional character. I'm honestly a little surprised. So let's go ahead and open the page here. The Phalanx Covenant, featuring X Factor, X Force, and Excalibur. This is a pretty major crossover event. So here we go. Now the men, they look pretty manly to me. And then look at, there she is again. She looks very feminine, very petite, very womanly. That's amazing. I'm very pleasantly surprised right now. Even more so than I thought it was going to be. Because just, you'll understand when we get to the next issue. So, yeah, she looks nice. And they look like men. This is comic books. That's how comic books are supposed to be. Jimmy Cricket. Got to warm up the, all these singers, and they talk about warming up the vocals. I'm finally starting to really understand what they're talking about. Yeah. Let's do this. I never thought I'd be doing something like this. Let me, Jimmy Cricket, man. But here we are. Did you know I'm a textbook introvert? This is not my. I'm so far outside my comfort zone that I cannot see my comfort zone. So what do you do? Jiminy Cricket. See, this. Who's the artist on this? Tony Daniel is the artist. Fabian, not Fabio. The last guy was Fabio. Different. This was Fabian Niciez. I don't know how to pronounce that. As a writer, I'm not really familiar with either of them. But the penciler, he's got kind of a Jeff Loeb type look to him. Loebfield, whatever his name was. Yeah, wait a minute. We already looked at that page. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up, go to the next page here. So it shows a bunch of characters. Now they're from like 3 or 4 different titles. So we got a lot. There's a big crossover, a lot of characters going on. But the artwork is not bad so far. So far, it looks good. Nothing janky. Part 2. The Faith Dancers. Interesting. Okay. Let's keep going here. Book 2. Okay, Book 2, A Life Science, Part 2, The Faith Dancers. Wow, they're getting pretty complicated there with the titles. Jiminy Cricket. Wolfsbane. Okay, I think her name, her normal name might be Ray or something like that. But her code name, so to speak, is Wolfsbane. Because her mutant ability gives her werewolf-like abilities. Yeah, if I'm remembering that correctly. Yeah, there's a lot of names here I'm actually not super familiar with. Nightcrawler's in there, Shadowcat. Shatterstar, Warpath, Siren. That's her name. Okay. So Banshee is the male version. Siren is the female version. And I want to say Siren was actually Myra McTaggart. I might be remembering that wrong, but they've made some changes. They have made some changes to the characters over the years, to say the least. So, oh wait a minute, wait. Wait a minute, wait. Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, I think, okay, so that one guy is Cannonball. Where is he? Where's that character? Douglock, that was his name. Yeah, the character with the android robotic looking features, Douglock. So if I remember correctly, he died previously, and now he's back in his recent issues. So the team is struggling with the fact that he has apparently returned from the dead, and that's part of the subplot for the story arc. And everybody loved him. They were fond of him as a teammate and a friend. And so the fact that he's back is a huge shock to them, obviously. Let's see here. But I'm not. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm forgetting. I'm just not as familiar with the X-Force characters, especially the old school ones, before all this weird modern stuff went down. Yeah, so they're talking about it. These guys are struggling with the fact that he's back. And wait a minute. Phalanx? So he's calling him Phalanx. So they're I think there's some stuff going on, like a main plot beneath the subplot or something like that. You know, it gets pretty layered. This is back when they used to know how to tell stories, I think. Well, so far at least, 1994. So it's pushing that Divergence time frame, but yeah, I actually would not mind sitting down and reading this one so far, like word for word, to get a better gist of it. I got to do that one of these days when I can find the time. My main channel is gonna be so freaking busy, like holy crap, you know. I'm designing web shiz at the moment. Copy that. Hey, it's called multitasking. Yeah, that's what I do when I'm not streaming. I'm working on my channel and everything, doing whatever, making graphics, making 3D assets, making videos, whatever it is. I'll have somebody on YouTube playing in the background. So that is a compliment right there. Thank you, Remy. Thank you. No rush. Your voice makes a great background. Thank you. That's an amazing comment. Thank you. Compliment. Comment, compliment. Two sides of the same coin, I guess. Dougie. That means I'm doing something right. Hoorah. Let's see here. Yes, there's something. The phalanx. I want to say phalanx is like a similar technology to this Douglock character. They do look an awful lot alike. Like he can see and sense stuff that the rest of the team can't, and the people of this town that they're in are apparently not really people. They're part of this phalanx thing. So I think it's like some sort of like alien invasion, alien technological invasion or something like that. It's a pretty big story, like crossover event. Oh no, that's Myron Metagra. Okay, so who is Siren then? Wait a minute, Fabian Cortez. Fabian, nice to see. Yeah, okay. They're both named Fabian. One of them's real, one of them's not. Okay. The Bob Ross voice when not raging. I know what you mean. No, yeah, it's like I'm a lot like Bob Ross. Bob Ross, when he started his painting show and everything, he set out with the express goal to never raise his voice. He was in the Air Force, I believe it was, and like boot camp instructor and stuff like that. He was tired of yelling at people. So he set out with the goal, the mission, to do his painting thing, and to never raise his voice again, because he was tired. He didn't want to yell at anybody ever again, at least not on the show. So that was very intentional on his part. I'm trying to do. But there's some stuff here that I'm trying to keep it as light as possible. But some of the stuff is just like I can't not rage against it, because it's just some of it's just so insidious. And look at what's going on in the world. What's happening in the world? Pop culture matters, folks. Pop culture. You want to know what's going on? You want to put your finger on the pulse of a society? Pay attention to its pop culture. Pay attention to its pop culture. Really cool. I did not know that about him. I didn't know that about him either. I just found out about that within the last year, actually. I don't even remember where I heard it. It was, I think it was on YouTube somewhere. Somebody on YouTube mentioned it. It's a really cool little factoid about him. Even cooler dude, but there's so much more about that guy we didn't know. Yeah, Mr. Rogers. He was ex-military. He was a freaking sniper. And he became Mr. Rogers. He created Mr. Rogers. I'm ex-military. I'm not. I wasn't a sniper or nothing like that. Nothing cool like that. But like, you know, I learned how to build bombs and stuff like that, and I can, do the bat sonar thing underwater. And there's some pretty cool stuff in my ability. Hey, but your voice is perfect for handling the garbage. Calms the nerves. That is a compliment. That's thank you. It just makes me wonder why more people don't want to deep dive into the pop culture archaeology. It's because you're just, I don't know about Mr. Rogers kind of, Mr. Rogers is great. I loved Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I used to love that show so much, especially the puppets. Like you would bring out the trolley and everything, and it would transport you to this puppet world. It was just so cool. It was so much fun. But no, yeah, not everybody's gonna you love Bob Ross, but it's something about, let's see, yes, the fact that you are ex-military makes you more comforting. Maybe it could have something to do with it. See, here's the thing about military, at least real military. There's a lot of janky stuff going on in our modern military, but there's still good, legitimate soldiers and warriors in our military, even though with all its jankiness. Military people, we know how important life is. We value life. This might not be like a super popular thing to say, but I do believe that the average military person, the average soldier, values life more than the average person does, because we see the ugliest side of humanity. We see how bad it can really get when it's part of the sacrifice. We out there. The average citizen doesn't. They're not in the military. They're not soldiers. They don't go out to war. They don't go to these countries, and they see the darkest side of humanity. We know how important life is. That is why we fight to defend it and protect it. So when I get back, you get out of the military, and I'm back in the civilian world. Believe me, it's after serving in 2 branches of the military, it has been difficult functioning in civilian life, because so many civilians nowadays, especially nowadays when kids are not raised to respect anything. And I have that military experience. I know how important it is to get the job done. It's difficult. It's because my standard for getting things done is so much higher than a lot of people's nowadays. It's a fight. It's a struggle, let me tell you. That's why I love doing this, because I am the boss and I get to call the shots. And it's like, now granted, I'm a boss of one. I got nobody working for me. But it's I get to call the shots. And it's a beautiful thing. I succeed or fail on my own merits, my own hard work. And I don't have some dingleberry that's my boss or supervisor screwing things up. Completely unintentional tangent of a rant there. This is what you do to me, Remy. Let's see. I got to get caught up here. Yes, the fact that you are ex-military makes it more comforting. That, like I was saying, because as a veteran, I understand how important life really is, and that, let alone the need to protect it, and whatnot, et cetera, et cetera. That might possibly have something to do with it. Maybe. Let's see here. I don't know, but it was cool, I guess, because I don't like politics. I believe you. I think it's easy to believe that too. You're willing to put your life at risk on the daily. Yeah, even in a peacetime scenario, being just serving the military, you've got a target on your back. And then if you go on deployment, even if it's in peacetime, it's even in peace, being in shipping out to sea. We had to be on guard for terrorist attacks, even in a peacetime situation. And it was. Fortunately, I never fit, but there are other. The one starts with a C. I should know this. It's been so long since I even thought about it. The ship started with a C. They got hit by suicide bombers. They were on a small craft. They pulled up to the side of it. This is back before we had new security measures. They pulled up alongside the boat, the USS Cole. They pulled up alongside. They had explosives. They were friendly. They were like, hey, boom. Blew a hole in the side of the ship. So we developed new security measures when it came to ship side, ship deployment, stuff like that. It was during a peacetime scenario. You just never know. You just never know. Let's see here. I think it's easy to believe that too. You were willing to put your life person civilians. Oh, I get it. Civilians. I love my fellow Americans. Make no mistake. But some of you just make me want to like smack you upside the head into next week. It's so much respect for you guys. It is always appreciated. Unless they have family in forces, they can't know or relate. That definitely seems to be the case more so than ever nowadays. I remember that. Yeah. That's I can't give any better example of what we're talking about at the moment. Oh, Jimmy Cricket. So yeah. So when you compare me to Ross, I take that as a huge, massive compliment. Thank you very much for that. I really sincerely thank you. So, okay, let's see here. So yeah, there's some phalanx thing going on. It's like an alien technology-based alien invasion or something like that. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. X-Force, X-Factor, Excalibur. Big crossover event across the mutant titles. And plus Douglock returns from the dead, apparently. I remember, I vaguely remember something about him passing on. I checked this chick out. I think this is Siren. The cover, she's got like a yellow and green outfit, but this one's like red. So it might not be Siren, but it kind of looks like her. The point being, it looks like a woman. Now, this is 1994, late 1994, right before the Great Divergence. It's possible they hadn't gotten their hooks into X-Force at this point. That character, very feminine, very womanly. Come on, camera, focus. She looks so good, the camera can't focus. That looks like a woman. I mean, it's shocking how nice she looks. And same thing with Myra Taggart. The yellow, it's yellow. She's wearing a yellow outfit. So the green screen kind of... what was it? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. So green screen can affect yellow and blue, because on the color wheel you get yellow, green, and blue. Green is right smack in the middle. Green is made up of yellow and blue. So her yellow outfit is getting washed out by the green screen. Fun. So that right there is educational entertainment. It is deserved. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hoodogi. Yeah. Point being, she looks good. She looks like a woman. Her hair's a little bit on the short side, but it doesn't look too crazy. So yeah, I'm a little surprised at how good the artwork is. That's the point I'm trying to get at. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't have time to read it, unfortunately, and I actually kind of wish I could right now. There's this one character, I think his name was Guido, something like that. And I mean, Guido. Bruiser. He's one of those big, beefy bruiser type characters. I'm not super, I know him, but I'm not familiar with his background, so I'm not really sure what his deal is exactly. Other than the fact that, I mean, he's just a brute. I mean, look at that. Just Hulk level brute. And he's got the machismo to go with it. It's like, oh, these other guys. Juggernaut, he's a lightweight. It's like... Now, he's a mutant. X-Men class type mutant. And I don't... beyond that, I gotta be honest, I don't know a whole lot about the character. And I'm not really sure what other than the fact that he's one of the bruiser types, big, hulking, strong bruiser types. I don't know that much about him. What is being? I'm waiting for the phalanx to start dropping all over the place according to this. What? I'm not sure what what? The phalanx. X-Force. Okay, so the original title is X-Men. So they've created spin-off titles such as X-Force, the X refers to the mutant gene. We're not talking about like chromosome, not the XY chromosome, but it's heavily based on genetics. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's based on evolutionary theory. Now, this is where suspension of disbelief comes in. As a biological scientist, this stuff is just not. It's not viable in real life. In reality, it's not viable. That's where you have to suspend disbelief in order to get into the stories and everything, into the characters of mutants. That is a level of suspending disbelief that I can do, because it's without that suspension of disbelief, these characters can't exist. This universe can't exist. But there are limits to how far I can suspend disbelief. So this is back in the day when I could the level of suspension needed to enjoy the entertainment aspect was acceptable, you know? And the problem is it's changed. In modern pop culture, suspension of disbelief is so severe, I can't do it. I can't get any enjoyment out of it. I can't get any entertainment. I'm not going to get into a science lesson regarding evolution and whatnot. Now, evolution is a real thing. However, I'm not going to get into a big, full-blown lesson. I'm going to make one little caveat. Evolution is a thing, but it only applies to genetic information that already exists within a given population. It has absolutely nothing to do with the creation of new genetic information. That's the one caveat I'm going to make. And then, because if I go any deeper, this is going to become a legitimate scientific, educational, entertainment stream. So I straight up do not have time for that. That's the thing. On the side, Phalanx Covenant. Phalanx is a military term. And yeah, so I'm still not really sure where you're going with that. Murgatroyd. And yeah, there's just stuff going on. Doug's Lock is back. You get the Phalanx Covenant, I think, is the alien invasion force. I think that's what that refers to in this context. And there's a lot going on. I can't sit here and read it word for word, cover to cover. There's a lot going on. Doug's Lock, resurrected Doug's Lock. He's trying to help them fight against this Phalanx Covenant. He's going into dude's mind, some sort of Vulcan mind meld thing. This Phalanx thing is very sinister. It wants to take over. It's like a hive mind type alien technology or something like that. And trying to what is okay? So I think I think this is all like in their heads. I think. Wait a minute. Yeah, before I show you the next page, I wonder what is going on with this. I think he's drawing them into like the psychic projection or something. I think that's what's going on. I want to point something out here. So that is Will Spade right there, right? It's more of a silhouette image, but I mean that's very womanly. She's like that. That's a very feminine pose that she's taking. You will not see that nowadays. It just won't happen. No. Modern comic books, they're not going to do that. Her behavior is very womanly. I think that's why she was part of the reasons why she was such a popular character back in the day. Because they drew her right. There's a bunch of stuff. I guess I think this is like a psychic projection that they're all a part of, and I'm not sure what that's supposed to. What is that supposed to be? I don't know. New life form. Okay. Yes. Apparently this Phalanx life form is like in a kind of hibernetic cocoon type stage or something. I don't know. It's So, especially being so long ago, it's been so long since I read this. Very fuzzy on it, extremely fuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear or something like that, you know. Level fuzzy. And yeah, so we're back at it's this monastery thing that they took over as their command center. She's coming out of this bubble. I don't know why. It's a little confusing without reading it word for word. I think that's Shadowcat. Yeah, they're doing some tests or something. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. A lot of characters from a lot of different titles. Latin Flanks, the Hand of Soldiers. I had to look it up. Yeah, it's the flanks coming in. It has, I think, it has to do with the alien invasion force, and they're trying to like take over the Earth. And the X-Men, the mutants, the mutant heroes are the primary defense against this alien invasion, stuff like that. So you know, yeah, like I said, it's a military term and whatnot. There's a lot of them. And so yeah, we get to the next page here, and let's see, Shatterstar, the real Shatterstar, not the modern Malarkey Shatterstar. A lot of different characters. Havoc, I think that's Polaris over there. Nightcrawler, that's Siren. There's just a lot going on. I'm pretty sure that's Professor X. So he's part of this as well, and yeah, it looks like this full length thing, it finally like it goes on the offensive or something like that. Maybe it's a defense mechanism or something, but it attacks the X Factor, X Force, and all that. Yeah, there's a lot going on. You have to sit here and read this in order to understand what's going on. Just looking at the pictures is not going to tell you the full story. So it's what the what? Now there's this one character called Forge. He has I think he has the ability to manipulate technology or something like that. Like he's like just a suit, like his mutant ability, he turns him to like this super advanced engineer, basically. Mutant engineer, I guess you could say. I had to look it up. I thought it was from the root word really to phallic, because of trying not to be sorry. Kind of had a feeling that's where you were going with it. It's okay, Remy. If I'm being honest, yeah, it's something that you kind of do on a regular basis. That's why sometimes when you say something, I gotta be like, kind of put on the brakes. Just wait a second. Wait, give it a minute. Give it a minute. You'll see. Patience is a virtue. No, I got you. It's all good. It's all good. I kind of had a feeling that's where you're going. Oh, Jimmy Cricket. Wait. Okay, so Professor X jumps in, and he actually taps into Forge. Forge, like I said, Forge has some sort of weird connection with the flanks and everything. Without being able to, I would have to sit here and read this thing word for word in order to get a full grasp of the story and everything. But it's a very complex story, actually. So, you know, Professor X jumps in, he psychically merges with Forge, he gets a glimpse at the true nature of his phalanx and everything, and it's think Borg from Star Trek. Hive mind, resistance is futile. They want to take over all of creation, pretty much, and that's why this is such a major story event, crossing over multiple titles and everything. I know I like to be because I'm right too. Let's just wait and see in this issue. No. This is not modern comic books. No, modern comic books. Your assumption there would actually be a little bit more founded. But back in the day, before the Great Divergence, nah, that's not. Mainstream comics we're not like that. But these people have been working very hard to make it like that. there are independent comic books that do cater to that kind of mindset, though. But mainstream, one of the reasons why Marvel and DC became so huge is because that's not what they do. Most true comic book fans are, relatively decent people that's not their form of entertainment. Let's put it that way. I'm purposely trying to be as vague as possible in that description. So then we got, a lot of stuff going on here. That is Siren. She's wearing green and yellow, so you can pretty much see through. But you can still tell they did a very good job of drawing her. Very womanly, very femininely, very physically attractive for a female character. And that's how it should be. And yeah, just a big old fight going on and stuff. There's just so much going on. There's so much dialogue as well on top of it. And yeah, there's just they're fighting against this Phalanx thing. It's a pretty terrifying enemy, to say the least. And what the what? Huh? So apparently Douglock has the ability to sort of like not really infect people, but kind of. I don't know. Yeah, I would have to sit here and read to get a full and this isn't the same Douglock. It is Douglock, but there's something different about him. And I would have to actually read it to be able to get a better grasp of what's going on. Point being, it's very terrifying what's going on with this Phalanx Covenant thing, whatever. To be concluded in Excalibur 82. So yeah, that's the end of that. The gist that I'm getting, it's actually not bad. The artwork was good. Nothing janky came out. This is September 94. I'm a little bit surprised, especially with what they did to Wolverine in the same time frame. Just the artwork alone was pretty good. There was nothing weird, nothing janky, nothing divergent. The men look like men, normal men. The women look like women, normal women. This depiction of Wolfsbane, the female character there, very womanly, very feminine, very surprising. And you're about to find out why that's so surprising. So yeah, there you have it. X-Force number 38, September of 1994, $2.95. The cover is pretty solid. The ink on the paper on the inside is pretty standard at that time. It's pretty. It looks like it's before the huge leap in quality for ink and paper. Let's see. Just want to see this issue. Oh, now before the Divergence first. No. This is like right smack in the middle. This is why it's so surprising. It's pretty. So 95, 96. That was my original time frame. At the very least, in 95, they completely took over. By 95, they had their foot in the door prior to that. So this is September of 1994. This is like. It's like. Yeah. At this point, it could still be classified as pre-Divergence, but it's like right on the cusp. Right on the cusp. It's like right there. And I have to think about. I have to do some more deep, pop culture archaeology and stuff like that to really. 95 at the very least, great Divergence. But they had some serious stuff going on before then, though. Wolverine is proof of that. Wolverine was a major title, and they had pretty good control of Wolverine at that point. X-Force, that's why I'm surprised with X-Force. That's why I'm surprised with this one. That is why it's so surprising. Because the artwork is pretty good. And the story, from what I could tell, was not bad. So there you have it, X-Force number 38, $2.95. September 1994, Phalanx Covenant Part 2, Life Science Part 2. Honestly, it was a pretty trippy storyline, but I have a better appreciation for it now. After so, let's see here. No, there's a clear divide. Well, that's what I'm saying. The clear divide isn't as clear as I thought it was. Originally, I would have agreed with you. 95, the Great Divergence, but they had their foot in the door prior to 95. They had their foot further inside the door than I thought they did. So the divide is not as clear as I thought it was. I'm still sticking with like a 1995, but there was some seriously janky stuff going on prior to 95. September 1994, I'm surprised at how good the artwork was. She's pretty. How refreshing. I was wrong. Right? It's nice to be wrong sometimes. It's like, yeah, that was a nice looking Wolfsbane. And here's why I'm making such a big deal about it. So now we got X Factor number 101. So that one was 38. This one was 101. So I'm thinking like 3 or 4 years after, so maybe like 97 or something like that. This is why this makes such a huge difference in such a short period of time. Now this is guest starring Storm and Xavier. We've got X Factor. Oh, that last one was X Force. Hold on. So that last one was X. Hold on. Okay, I'm completely walking back that statement. That one was X Force, September of 1984. Keep that in mind. X Force. This is a different title. X Factor. Same universe. Same mutant universe. But X Force and X Factor are in fact two different titles, two different teams. But that was a huge crossover event. So we got X Factor 101. This is from April. So I don't know what year yet. But look at this. That's Guido. Remember Guido. He's still big, huge, beastly, super muscular. Something looks kind of off, but it just might be the level of artwork. There's Polaris. She doesn't look too terrible. She looks pretty womanly. Yeah, Polaris. She looks pretty womanly. Not too bad. Let's see who. There's. I think that's Forge. I'm pretty sure it's Havoc right there. Yeah, it's Havoc. There's that dude that I don't even know what his ability is exactly. His arms, he can like mutate them into some sort of like particle beam weapon or something like that. Oh, I need to drink more water too. Nice big mug. Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have. Great unintentional reminder. Okay. But this is where it starts to get janky. So remember, this is Wolfsbane. X-Force, number 38. Now we still gotta look at the year on this X Factor. That's Wolfsbane. Very nice looking, actually. Honestly, well drawn. But this is Wolfsbane from X Factor of 101. Boom. Same character. That is the same character. But look at that. I mean, it looks horrific. I mean, look at that forearm. It's completely out of proportion. She's not supposed to be wolf. She's supposed to be female with wolf-like attributes. She's not supposed to be like werewolf or wolf with human attributes. Even as a wolf, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Like, just look at that arm. That's the stuff of nightmares. Like, what is that? And I've seen stuff like this before, and it's not a good sign. I'm scared. Yeah, you should be scared because I'm already like a little terrified. All right, let's do it. Let's go ahead and open this up and take a look. I don't have a good feeling about this one. Chimera, that's a good word. I'm thinking more like just like a horror movie, mad scientist vibe is what I'm. It's just horrific. Okay, so April. Interesting. April 1994. This is actually like roughly 5 months before that other issue. That Wolfbane, very nice looking Wolfbane. This was 5 months prior. So this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the Great Divergence. 95, they were locked in, but they had stuff going on before 1995. So freaky. Yes, exactly. It's extremely freaky. Now let's see I want to see who the artist is. Where are you? Where are you? Where is the artist information? I hate it when they do this. Like, where is the... Seriously, where is the information? Usually the artist the information for the people that created this issue is usually on the first page, if not the second page, and it's not here at all. What the hell, man? It's as if they don't want people to know who created this. Seriously, who created this? There's... How does that even happen? Please explain to me how you create a comic book without giving credit to the people that created it. I'm not seeing it. Let me make sure I didn't miss a page. But I'm not seeing it. And do not tell me it's in the freaking back. I've seen that before, at least one time. Why would you do this? This is the final page of this issue. There's the information, and it's just like it's so bland. That's who's in charge? That's not normal. That information's always at the front of the comic book. There's been some janky stuff with some of the stuff, the formatting and whatnot. J.M. DeMatteis, I don't know how to pronounce that, is the writer. Jan Duursema is the penciler. Jan Duursema. I have no idea. I don't know. And why is it at the back? Why are they hiding it? It's like they're trying to hide these people's names. Okay, so we're going to start off here. Boom. Jamie Madrox, gone too soon. Now, a previous stream, I did have an issue where Multiple Man did return because he died. And I know I've got the issue where he died somewhere. I think he actually did go over it. Yeah, so this is... It looks like this takes place shortly after he dies. Or at least one of his mutant clones dies or something. April 1994. Okay, so it's already starting off weird here because of all the just weirdness and the formatting and that funky looking wolf's bane on the cover. So I'm a little confused now because they made this huge deal about Multiple Man dying, but it was one of his, well, I think it was one of his mutant clones, carbon copies, not the real core Jamie Madrox. I think. I don't know. Because when he comes back, he's alive and well with all of his clone copies except -1, which I don't know how many copies he has of himself, or if there's what kind of limit he's got. But I mean, in and of itself, it's an intriguing story, but at this point, it's just more confusing than anything. So the fact that I don't even know who this is. I want to say it's Havoc, but I'm not sure. I think it's Havoc. And he instead of going to the funeral, he goes to this diner and he's all like moping and stuff like that. Even though plenty of Jamie Madrox is still alive. So at this point, it just seems like over the top melodrama. I don't know. I would have to like find all the back issues and read them and see what exactly they did with the story and everything. It's at this point there's too many holes in the plot, so it's more confusing than anything right now. Now back in the day when this first came out, it was like, yeah, wow, oh, this is dramatic, but that was before the story developed or didn't fully develop. So then we have, let's see here. So we got Polaris. It is wintertime and everything. She's dressed for the wintertime. She looks very nice. Looks womanly. She's dressed womanly. Very elegant. Like, wow. After looking at the cover, I'm a little bit surprised at how elegant she looks. I'm actually getting kind of a Russian, like, babushka vibe. And then she goes through a door. What? What? I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know. She walks in this door, going into the building, and then as she goes through the door, boom, she's outside in like really nice weather. Storm is there. I don't know if this is like a danger room type hologram or what the deal is. I don't know. They're having a talk, and they're talking about Jamie Maddox passing and stuff. And yeah, it's just starting off with everybody grieving over the passing of Jamie Maddox. That's what they're starting off with. Yeah, guest starring Storm and Xavier. The subtitle is Afterlives. So I think this is probably going to Okay, so this might actually be immediately after his death, and they're focusing on the impact that his death has on the rest of the team. That seems like where they're going with it. Which is not a bad idea for a story. It's not a bad idea. So far, nothing too crazy. Wow. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Found it. Yep, and as you might have guessed, it has to do with Wolfsbane. So, we got Guido on this chick, and look at her hair. She got a shaved head with a flat top. That's a very masculine military haircut. Come on, dude. Give me a break with this. And guess who that is? Yep, it's Wolfbane. He's trying to, like, I don't know, cheer her up or something like that. I think they're supposed to be like best friends or something, and then she's all like freaking out, she transforms. What is with the masculine military cut? It doesn't make any damn sense. Other than they're trying to make her masculine. Turn her into a boy, basically. Because she's still freaking tiny. There she goes, she reverts back to normal. She's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, but look at the haircut. If I didn't know that was a girl, I would think that was a young boy. Right there. I would legitimately think this was a boy. If you look at this one, it looks like a boy. With ever so slightly feminine features. But it looks like a boy. Somebody failed basic biology. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Now, so far, that's the only real jankiness I'm saying. Like, this is how they did it. They got their foot in the door. They started with, certain attributes when it came to men and women. Specifically, when they started, it seems like they started with the women. Butchifying, masculating them, and then they grew from there. So at this point, this is 5 months before the previous issue of X-Force. This is X Factor. This is 5 months before that one, and there's some jankiness going on here. Now the X-Force, apparently they hadn't quite gotten their hooks into X-Force at that point. It seems like just based on that one issue, because the Wolfbane is completely different. The Wolfsbane in the X-Force issue, nice. The Wolfsbane in this issue, weird. Just plain weird. So then, Havoc is grieving in his own way in the diner. Some dude comes in trying to rob the place. He's like, obviously the guy picked the wrong day to rob the diner at the wrong time and everything. So he blasts him, boom, takes him out of the fight. And he basically has a breakdown. Why did you do it? Why did you have to put me in this situation? He's talking to the wannabe bank robber who decided to rob the diner at that moment. You think I want to be a hero? You think I want the responsibility? Okay, it's starting to get janky again. I never wanted it, never, but no matter how many times I try to walk away, people like you keep trying to be. See, now he's just acting like a whiny bitch. And I'm sick of it. Fuck. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. They had their hooks and they had their foot in the door. In some titles, they had both feet in the door. Some titles, they were holding the reins. And by 1995, they had full control. by 1995. But yeah, we have evidence that prior to 1995, they did have a certain measure of control. And this is proof of it. He's acting like a whiny bitch, and that is not Havoc. He's literally having he's losing control of his emotions. And that's something you expect from a woman, from a female character, not from a male character. This is not how male characters, male heroes act. Especially when they got that kind of power. He's not even trying to. He's just going off the rails, like yelling at this guy. And this byproduct is his mutant abilities are charging up. So he has to release the blast or risk, just destroying the diner altogether. So he blasts it out the front window or whatever. That is not, no. That is not how that is not how a heroic male character acts. I'm sorry. Even when somebody has passed on in such a manner. This is where they're starting to really twist and swap masculinity and femininity, including behavior. The only thing that's surprising is that 5 months later, an issue of X-Force was much better drawn and written. That's the only confusing part at this point. How this thing got produced and published 5 months before the other one, how that one got produced and published at all, I have no idea. Because they're two different things. It just doesn't make any sense because at the very least, his clones are alive. And I'm pretty sure that the Jamie Maddox that died was in fact one of his clones. It wasn't the real him. I don't think. I'd have to reread it, but that's what I came away with when I already went over that issue in a live stream, House of G live stream and everything. That's what I came away with. It wasn't him. It was his clone that died. So I'm very confused right now. I'm missing something or something. Everybody's just grieving. It's about the after effects of him passing. There's just all these people having these conversations. If I'm going to be 100% honest, it's a boring freaking issue. It's just a snooze fest. Everybody's just whining and crying. And it's like, holy crap, really? This did not need an entire issue dedicated to people just moping around. And grown men with very powerful abilities losing control. And here's why I'm pointing that out so hard. DC, in recent years and whatnot, they went on this huge bender of all the superheroes, the trauma of being a superhero. It was just the most ridiculous thing I've ever even heard of. And this is where it all began. Stuff like this. This is the origin point for that stupid freaking nonsense that they've been pushing in recent years. That is the connection. This is where it started. This is like, holy crap, I am so bored with this. Like, Havoc just like loses his shit so bad that he quits. He straight up quits. He has an actual like official, X-Men or X-Factor club card that says he's the leader on it, which is just kind of hilarious at this point. And he throws it away. It's like, what? Do you really think nobody was ever going to die in battle? I mean, it's part of the risk. It's part of the risk. I'm not mocking him for grieving. It's the way they're taking the direction they're taking with it. It's like, what do you expect? Y'all put yourself in highly dangerous situations with very powerful and dangerous beings. They have the potential to kill you. It's part of the risk. And he's acting like a freaking woman who never contemplated the possibility somebody might die. This is a bad issue right here. This is a really bad issue. The Wolfsbane is terrible, especially compared to the other Wolfsbane from X-Force 5 months later. This Wolfsbane is awful. The story's boring. The characters are just written terribly. This is what I'm talking about. It's all over the place. Prior to 1995, it was all over the place. They had their foot in the door. They had the reins on some of these titles, but they didn't have full control. Not yet. 95, they had full control. Something happened. 95. Something hit. I think okay. 1995, I still think that's the point of the Great Divergence where they took full control. That's where I'm leaning at right now. But prior to 95, they had their foot in the door. They had their hooks in some of these titles. Some titles, they had the reins. Like they were... They'd already infiltrated, and they were biding their time to when they could take full control. That's pretty much my theory at this point. So, wow. Okay. That's why I did the X Factor X Force ones first, because I knew that second one was going to get rough. I never know exactly what's going to be inside the pages, but I knew that one was going to be a rough one. Sorry. Okay, moving on here. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and... Okay, now we're jumping over to the Batman universe. We're going to start here with Batman, Shadow of the Bat, Last Arkham. Dun, 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 dun. Now, this is issue number 3, August of 1992. So I think this is like issue number 3. This is Shadow of the Bat is one of the newer Batman titles. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is like number 3 of the series, The Last Arkham. Now, part 3 of 4. So yeah, the first 4 issues were a major, story arc spanning 4 issues and everything by Alan Grant and Norm Breyfogle. Alan Grant is a very well-known name in the field of pop culture and comic books. So the story might actually be decent. Maybe. We're about to find out. Now, the Shadow of the Bat, the ones we've gone over at least, they've been odd. The Shadow of the Bat has actually turned out to be an odd title. However, this is August of 1992 at the very start, at the very beginning, with Alan Grant writing the story. So who knows? At this point, I have no idea. It's a toss-up. It's a freaking toss-up. It's 3 years before they fully took over, as best I can tell at least. So maybe this will be a decent issue. There's only one way to find out. So yeah, it's in pretty good condition overall. Not quite near mint, but it's in pretty solid condition. Oh yeah. That's one thing I wanted to point out. So with this X Factor 101, April of 94 is $1.25. $1.25. April of 1994. With this X Force, September 1994 is $2.95. Pretty big price difference. Now, possibly it could have something to do with the fact that this is a little bit thicker one. I do believe this is it might have to do with the fact that it's such a major crossover. It is got a lot more pages. So I'm not sure how much that will impact the price of the comic book. That still seems... That's more than a double the price jump, though. So I'm not sure about that. It's a little... Just kind of wanted to point that out. I'm not 100% certain what it means. I don't think inflation was that bad within a 5-month period, but who knows? It is a bigger issue. More pages. More pages means higher price. So that much... I don't know if it's going to be more than double, though. That's the thing. I'm not sure that's... I don't know. That would take a little bit of research to try and figure out if there's something there or not. Artist... Oh, Alan Grant's the writer. Norm Breyfogle is the artist. Okay. And we know it's August of 1992. So it's 3 years before the Great Divergence. Now, we know they had their foot in the door. The question is, how far back did they have their foot in the door? How far back were they influencing this stuff? Hopefully this will give us some idea, because this might be the oldest issue we're getting into so far. 1992, August 1992. I'm racking my brain. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's older than this that we've gone over at this point. So hopefully this will be a good one. Okay, so it starts off with Nightcrawler. Boom. So he's, or not Nightcrawler, Nightwing. Yeah, and the reason I'm thinking Nightcrawler, I'm going to point that out here in a second. So you got Nightwing here. He's coming down out of the sky, lands, boom, superhero landing. Nothing suggestive. It's just exudes superhero, super heroic, agility and stuff like that. Now the reason I'm pointing out Nightcrawler, if you remember from last stream, Nightcrawler did a very similar maneuver. Very similar. Nightcrawler, he came out of the sky. He did his flippy thingy, but instead of landing like that, he landed with his ass to the viewer, to the fourth wall. It was a very disturbing image. And keep in mind, he has a tail, and you can imagine where the tail was coming out of. This is the perfect example of what I was talking about last time. It was completely unnecessary. There was no justification for drawing Nightcrawler that way. This is how they should have drawn him, landing. This is how it should have played out. But they went literally the opposite direction with it. Instead of him facing the fourth wall, his ass was facing the fourth wall. It looked like his tail was coming out of his freaking butthole. And that was just vile. It was vile. And that was later, I think that was like 94 or something like that. Off the top of my head, at least. It was not 1992. So we're already seeing a pretty major difference in the artwork alone. There's nothing janky about it. Nothing. He's doing a bit of a tuck and roll right there, but it's pretty vague. A lot of action lines and what like that. There's not a lot of detail. It's just meant to convey the fact that he's flipping, being athletic, and then the real detail. Boom! He lands in a very appropriate pose, facing the fourth wall. Big difference. Big difference. That matters. It matters. Okay, this is a little weird, but okay. Yeah. I'm not sure what to make of this one. Not sure what to make of this one. Okay. This is a little weird. So I'm not 100% sure what to make of it. I will say, seriously, what the hell? This is a little weird. So I went on that little rant right there, comparison, and then I hit with this. What? I'm sure how. It's just weird. Like just looking at it, it's just weird. So Nightwing, he's going through the building. He's doing some sort of like chimney climb. You put your back to the wall and your feet against the opposite wall, and it's close enough to where you can like scoot yourself up or down or whatever. That's what he's doing. It's a chimney crawl. But the angle of the artwork is just weird. Like his back is against the wall, but then his feet are against the other wall. But he's all twisted around as if it just doesn't make any sense. From a purely geometric standpoint, it doesn't make any sense. He shouldn't be twisted around like that. If it's parallel walls opposite of each other, this does not make any sense. It's like the paradoxical painting or picture, whatever it was. You got the stairs that go in, like just perpetual stairs. Doesn't matter which direction it's going in, it's constantly going up. But it's just a square of stairs. It's one connected set of stairs, and you just go and you're just constantly going up and up and up and up and up, even though it's just going in a circle. Optical illusion type thing. That's the vibe I'm getting off of that. It doesn't make any sense. If that's the opposite wall, that's his back to the wall to the left, then why is he twisted facing towards the, if the wall is opposite of him, why is he twisting as if it's the wall's to the side? And he got a really nice view of his crotch right there. Now, with the caveat that at least they didn't they basically drew him where he's at least like wearing it's very nondescript, like he's wearing a codpiece or something. Very nondescript. There's no detail. But the image of the image itself is still odd. It's like his legs should have been facing that way, but his legs should have been facing that way. Oh, the camera's weird. Should have been facing that way, but instead his legs are facing that way. So his crotch should have been facing that way, instead it's facing you through the fourth wall. Hopefully I'm understanding that right, because it's just weird. It's odd. Hopefully that makes sense. It's just very odd. It just, geometrically speaking, it doesn't make any sense. It's as if they purposely drew it that way, so you'd be looking at his crotch. And that could be evidence that, like I said, they had their foot in the door. Maybe that's just one of those little, they slipped at this point in 1992. They had their foot in the door, but they were still building up steam. And they slipped that in there, as a subliminal, suggestive type thing, without raising any red flags from the editor or whoever was in charge of it. It's just weird. I'm looking at it, the more I look at it, the weirder it gets. Twisted, yes, literally and figuratively. He's twisted around in a way that just doesn't make any damn sense. Took the words right out of my mouth. You typed that as I was saying it. There's a little bit of a delay, but you typed that as I was saying it, literally and figuratively. I can't make this stuff up because somebody else already did. With intention. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, make no mistake. This stuff is drawn with intention. This stuff is not by accident, folks. You do not accidentally draw something perverted. It takes effort of will. I know because I've tried my hand at drawing. I'm a creator. I'm an artist. Which is really odd to think of myself as an artist, but I am an artist. This stuff. This is not accidental, folks. This desk that I created, very intentional. Every detail is intentional. So make no mistake, folks. This is intentional. Do you understand? This is not some accident of the hand. This is not some accident of the artist. This is intentional. Okay? The physics, the geometry, it doesn't make any sense. Why do I need to be staring at his crotch? With his leg upright, I don't need to see that. Like, I understand these are very agile characters. They're very athletic. But guess what? You can draw them being athletic without being grotesque. And this is the same artist. He's proven my point in the same freaking issue. This is how you do it. Boom. Athletic, boom, lands. Nothing grotesque, nothing weird, nothing janky, nothing vile. But then the immediate next page, boom, you got this really weird, twisted angle with the crotch shot. There's no logic to it. This artist knew exactly what he was doing when he drew this. Those two different pages, those two different images, prove that. Crotch shot, I'm glad you're like a freaking dance move. Freaking weirdos. Yes, weirdos. There's a reason why they call them deviants. It's because they're deviant. It's because they're weirdos. This is what I'm talking about. They had their foot in the door. They had their foot in the door. Prior to 1995, they were slipping it in there. These weird images as often as they can, as often as they could get away with it. 1995, they took over and they had full reign. And they've just been getting worse and worse and worse since. What the hell? It writes itself. See, this is one of the reasons why I don't do a script, because it writes itself. Let me give you a perfect example here. Same artist. This is all one artist, folks. You need to understand, one guy drew this. This is intentional. You do not do something like this unless it's intentional. Plain and simple. Very first page. This is a well-drawn, this is how you do it. Boom. Athletic, agile, not grotesque, not weird, not janky. Very next page. Boom. Weird, twisted, literally. Crotch shot. Hey, in your face. Look at that. Hey, look at this guy's crotch. And then well, not the next page, but the page after that, guess what? He runs into Batman. And this is a very odd Nightwing. Like, I don't know what their relationship is at this point, but this is just kind of creepy right now. Like, he's trying to be all like smart-assy and like young and juvenile, even though he's supposed to be a grown adult at this point. There's something just odd about the facial expressions on Nightwing, especially that one. I don't know what the artist is doing, but then guess what? We got Batman here. He's doing the exact same thing. Chimney crawl. But look at this. The angle is exactly how it should be. You don't get the crotch shot from Batman. You get it from Nightwing, but you don't get it from Batman. And it makes there's zero logic behind this. The artist obviously knew how to draw that scene correctly. So why the hell is he drawing this weird and twisted image? Because it's intentional. They're slipping it in there at this point. Slipping it one image at a time. And all the evidence is here in the same issue. Same artist, same issue. This is why we do pop culture archaeology here, folks. Make no mistake, this stuff matters. You know, I forgot something. We were way past that one. Let's go. Boom, boom. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Boom, we are on Shadow of the Bat. This one artist, this one issue is proving my point with crystal clarity. No thanks, dude. Folix. This is what I was talking about earlier. When you were making the Folix comment, like, it wasn't completely off base. Now, for the X-Force issue, it was, that's not what they were going for. But, depending on the issue, that was not completely off the wall conclusion to jump to. This one fits that much better than the other one. So that's why I wasn't ragging on you too bad for it, because it was not outside the realm of possibility. It's like, this issue, right? This issue's, I can't make this stuff up. This is not planned, not scripted. I'm literally, like, I'm trying to organize them a little bit, like, according to titles and stuff like that, but that's it. I'm literally just going, like, down the numbers, the titles, the numbers, boom, boom, boom. The stuff writes itself. It's just, what the hell, dude? Now, the story itself seems to be fine overall. But those two images of Nightwing are just weird. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what is with this image of Nightwing that's just unsettling. Okay, here's what he's saying. To Batman, we can't go on meeting like this. Batman, what are you doing here? Nightwing, Robin told me what happened. I couldn't just leave you. I know you. I should have known you. But here's why this is unsettling. I think I'm figuring out why this is unsettling. Like, look at his face. Look at that face. Come on, camera. Play nice. Play nice. Come on. Get some clarity. I might have rushed it a little too fast for the camera. There we go. I was just, look at that face. That's just weird. That is weird. I don't know I don't care who you are. That is just weird. We can't go on a meeting like this. He's acting like he's got a schoolboy crush on Batman, which is just fucking weird. That's not Nightwing. Same thing up close. There's something very off about this image, folks. I'm getting like some serious homosexual vibes here. That's the point I'm trying to get at. No, gay is not okay. Is the budding of bromance? No, not bromance. We're not talking about bromance. Bromance is a different thing. Bromance is non-sexual. This is giving off homosexual vibes. It's really creepy. Oh. And so for those that were disappointed, it's okay. You finally get your Batman crotch shot. Like, what is the point of that? What is the point of that? Batman sneaks into this room. Why is it necessary? Like, the whole angle is just off of the entire image. At the very least, this artist seems to have perspective issues. I know it's an issue I struggle with when I'm drawing stuff, is perspective. Thanks for clarifying. Now, I'm not saying that bromance isn't worthy of mockery. But bromance is not, it's not sexual. I'm just making that clarification. I'm not saying you shouldn't make fun of it. I'm just saying it's not sexual. And Ugg is right. I don't need to see that. Let me Dr. Disrespect. I've been watching him for a while. And more than once, I've caught him doing this thing where he will put his leg up on his desk, his streaming desk or on his chair or whatever. He will purposely position himself so his crotch is facing the camera. I've only caught him doing it a couple times, but it's like, what the hell are you thinking, Dr. Disrespect? That's disgusting. Nobody wants to see your fucking crotch. Like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with people nowadays. That's one of the reasons why I was borderline debating whether or not to completely just stop watching them. But I held off until recently, very recently. If you want to know why, check out my main channel, Rebel Squadron. I actually uploaded the clip of the discussion from the live stream. Reminds me of Wayne's World, Foxy. I don't even remember Foxy. Imagine them thrusting. Okay, I got the imagery. Thank you. What the fuck? I can't. It's been so long since I watched Wayne's World. That's not even ringing a bell for me. Too many cricket. Now keep in mind, this is Alan Grant writing this. So far, from what I can tell, and I'm not reading this, like I'm reading maybe like bits and pieces. From what I can tell from the dialogue and everything, it's not, the story itself isn't bad. But I'm so distracted by the jankiness and the weirdness of some of the artwork, I'm barely even paying attention to the story. Those tubers are involved in a big game. Yes, they are. Yeah, I believe that. I do. It's very surprising because it's like, I don't even know. This is what I'm talking about. I'm fighting an uphill battle. Like, I don't this channel, I don't expect it to ever succeed on YouTube's per se. Like you might expect. Rebel Squadron, maybe. I have a shot with Rebel Squadron, but even that's an uphill fight. Because I'm never going to be part of that. I'm never going to accept that. I'm never going to embrace it. I don't know how that's going to affect Rebel Squadron. I already know how it's going to affect here. Because I'm very upfront about it here. Over there, though, I stay away from stuff like this in general if I can help it. The exaggerated units of fun, yeah. So, I mean, the story-wise, it doesn't seem off. But if I'm being honest, this artist is not, like, when you have somebody like Alan Grant writing the story, you expect there to be top-notch artwork. This artist is not up there with Alan Grant, in my humble opinion, which is odd. Very odd. This is August of 1992, 3 years before the Great Divergence, the definitive Great Divergence. And yet this guy is, I'm not impressed. And there's some weird stuff. And you know some of the stuff is intentional. Like this. I mean, this is not that impressive. Very nondescript. Like, you know the characters because they got distinct costumes and whatnot. But it's not detailed. Very nondescript. Very lazy art. I'm very surprised that this guy was paired up with Alan Grant. That's a big deal. For those of you that might not understand comic books and stuff like that, that level. Alan Grant's a big name. Even back then, he was a big name. So how this artist got paired up with Alan Grant, I have no idea. The story itself, from what I'm not reading it word for word, but from what I can tell, the story itself is not bad. Like this guy is an okay artist with some weird tendencies. And he also seems to be a very lazy writer because a lot of his backgrounds are just blank colors. Like the background, blue, blue, light blue, light blue, light blue, light blue, light blue. What the hell? This is a weird look on Nightwing. That's not really what I expect from Nightwing. He's like, ciao, but that face is just like menacing. And I mean like dark menacing. It's not intimidating, it's menacing. You expect these types of characters to be intimidating. This is just straight up like menacing on a level like I'm going to eat your heart type menacing. And the backgrounds are just they're plain. It's like, how much time did this guy put into drawing this stuff? Because I mean, there's nothing, there's no detail. Look at these rooms. Look, it's just literally just all the background is just light blue. Oh, look, some action lines on this one. But look at, I mean, it's just plain blue. There's zero detail, period. It's like he drew this on a transparent background and slapped like a baby blue shape behind it. That's supposed to be outside. It's a darker blue, but still just a flat blue. Where's the detail? Oh, look, we get a skyline. That might be where he spent most of his time, drawing that one single skyline. This dude is a bad artist. How did he get paired with Alan Grant? What the? Okay. I don't know. So Jim Gordon, they find this guy. I don't know if he's dead or not. As far as I can tell, he's still alive. And they got Zam comes in. He's at least naked from the waist up. It's a very weird image right there. And I'm not just talking about the fact that he's murdering the guy. It's just, if you don't know that he's it's a weird image right there. I mean, just weird. Not like horror, like it's just weird. This is a bad artist. How did he get this? How did he get assigned to this? How? And keep in mind, this is 1992. 3 years before our established year for the Great Divergence. Like I keep saying, they had their foot in the door at that point. They just didn't have quite full control. And the story, I'm not even messing with the story at this point. What the hell? Oh, not Zam, Zaz. I'm thinking, yeah, Sam. That's the Star Wars bounty hunter, Zaz. The guy that he's got the scars for all the kills. So this is supposed to be Arkham Asylum, right? I think this is supposed to be Arkham Asylum, right? And this is how they treat people in Arkham Asylum, apparently. They got Batman for whatever. I don't even know why he's in there. I guess he's been put away for, I guess they certified him crazy or something. I don't know. I missed that part of the story. This is how they treat their inmates, the patients in Arkham Asylum. They hang them from the ceiling by the wrists. What kind of place is this? What? So they cut him down for some reason. I guess to investigate the murder or something. The Zams. No. Wait, hold on. What? Huh? Like, this is just awful artwork. So they lock him in this room, this padded room, and there's like all these guys, and they're like, all, you know, this rogues gallery, and they're like, you've broken the rules of this place. You're gonna learn humiliation. And then this guy pops up. I don't know who he's supposed to be. This artwork is awful. Yeah, so he starts grappling with Batman. Slams him to the ground. Batman retaliates. But the artwork is just awful. This is bad artwork. This is DC Comics. The writer is Alan Grant. And this is the level of artwork that you get for it. It's not good. It's just very... no backgrounds. There's no backgrounds. He spent all this time drawing the characters and did not do a good job of it. He spent almost no time on the backgrounds. At all. He couldn't even be bothered. Like, that's all green. With no features. He couldn't be bothered to do that much. With the padded room. On that, it's just solid, flat green. That's how lazy this artwork is. How did this guy get teamed up with Alan Grant? And even then, like, I don't know how much of it's just the bad artwork and how much of it's the story itself. I'm not too terribly impressed. Now, this is issue 3 of 4. This is a 4-issue story arc, so I can't completely draw a conclusion based on one issue from the entire story arc. But at the moment, I'm not terribly impressed. Yeah, final page. The Rogues Gallery gets released into the room with him. So he's got to face off against all of them. What? It's just bad artwork. Very lazy artwork. This is August of 1992. Shadow of the Bat has always been kind of a weird one. And I honestly thought that when we get to the start of the series, it would improve. That's not proving to be the case. Jiminy Cricket, especially being Alan Grant in 1992. I mean, that's just odd. I just don't even know at this point. This story is just, it's not. I don't know. I'm not feeling the story so far. Like, he's been committed to Arkham Asylum. I don't know why. So he's stuck in Arkham Asylum, and they're treating him like, I mean, they're torturing him. At this point, they're just straight up torturing the Batman. Somebody's calling the shots, obviously. Somebody's twisted, and I would have to read the entire story arc. I didn't read this one. I just, trying to get an idea for it. I don't even know, man. It's even with Alan Grant attached, it just seems substandard. I don't know. I don't know if there's much more I can say about it without getting my hands on the rest of the story arc and everything. Which I don't know if I'm ever going to do that because I'm not feeling very motivated to do it. If I ever start making money off this channel by some miracle, I can afford to invest in stuff like that to for the sake of the channel, then I would do that. But for my own personal private collection, I'm not motivated to do that. I don't know. There you have it. Shadow of the Bat, issue number 3 at the start of the series, August of 1992. Very substandard. Shockingly substandard, especially with Alan Grant attached to it. Not what I was expecting. I mean, I wasn't necessarily expecting a masterpiece, but this is like, wow, shockingly bad. I don't even know, man. Weird. Okay, so I just can't with this. It's not as bad as I thought. This stream hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's still been pretty bad. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the main Batman title. This one's not. It's not as old as the original, but it is a Batman. Just plain in Bat. It's not Detective Comics. It's just straight up Batman. Armageddon 2001. Now this is from This is an annual from 1991. So I don't know exactly which month it was printed. By Grant. By Grant. Alan Grant? Let's open up and take a look. I don't know what to expect. We went over an Armageddon issue. I don't remember which title it was. I think it had to do with Hawk and Dove. It's where they revealed this Monarch character, whatever his name was, as Hawk from the future. And then the modern Hawk became Hawk. Not the best condition. It's not terrible, but it's got a couple of creases and whatnot. It's definitely not near mint. Pretty good, but not like too crazy awesome. Alan Grant. Script is by Alan Grant. Okay. Jim Fern is the pencils. Yeah, different guy. Jim Fern. That name does kind of sound familiar, but I'm not sure. Starting off as the last Batman story, Armageddon 2001 crossover event. Time is against my. So here we go. Starts off. That's the opening splash page. Okay. I don't know if it's just been that long since I've really read comic books or what the deal is. I'm not sure about the artwork. Like, I understand some artists are going to be better than others. You can't always have like a Alex Ross level of artwork. I understand that, I don't know. Artwork's not super impressive though. I don't know. It was 1991. 1991. That's four years before the Great Divergence. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's just get into it. So there we go. Now there's not too terrible, but then when you look at everything taken together, it's like, And I will say this is probably better than what I can do, but that is why I'm not in comic books. That's why that's why I don't draw stuff by hand for a living, because I don't consider myself to be good enough to do that. That's like, it's just starting off with Batman being Batman. He's fighting a bunch of thugs, saving somebody. Now on the one hand, he does look like he's Batman. He's masculine. He looks powerful and like he's gonna kick their ass, and that's exactly what he's doing. There's the dude. He's like saving him from the gang. He's all like, "Are you all right?" The guy's like all happy to see him. Hold on. Okay, so yeah. This whole Armageddon 2001 thing, it's dealing with time travel, and it's based around the premise that a hero turns a villain and enslaves the world. That's the whole premise behind it. So this guy... Okay, so I think what's going on here, this guy right here, I think he's like the main protagonist or something. Because apparently he's it's dealing with time travel, so can be a little confusing in and of itself. So he's talking about how he's searching for the hero that's going to save him, that's going to turn bad. So apparently he's reliving this moment over and over again or something like that. And in this instance, it's Batman. He shakes he grabs the guy by the hand and then he gets like zapped. into, I don't know, the future or something. We're about to find out here, but 2001 at this. Yeah, they say how 2001 was a bad year. What? Wait, hold on. I'm at least trying to get an idea what's going on, because this is, I mean, especially when you have time travel thrown in, it can get confusing if you're not paying attention. Since I'm not reading it word for word, cover to cover, that makes it even more so. So apparently, yeah, so it's talking about how 2001 is a bad year. Apparently Joker has been certified sane. Apparently he was cured, and he's going to become a talk show host. Ha 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 ha. Robin decides to quit. That's Robin. He's like, I'm quitting as Robin. For some reason, it shows him like actually getting undressed. I'm not really sure. I mean, at least it's not like full on naked, but okay. And then you get to hear the villains. A lot of them are just being killed off outright. I don't know if they're saying the Batman's doing it. No, I don't. Okay, so I don't think Batman's the one killing off the his rogues gallery. All these other villains have been taken out. He's questioned by police. There's the Penguin and his gang. They're robbing someplace. Batman jumps in. Penguin is all like, fighting back, but then he falls over the railing. Batman does try to save him. He just, because that's what heroes do. But he fails to catch him in time. And Penguin dies. Okay. Yeah, they've definitely gone sideways with this a little bit. Crocomaniacs. So apparently Killer Croc has become a professional wrestler. Interesting. Facing off against... Hey, wait. That looks like Batman and Robin. So he gets the jump on him. Grabs Robin. Starts swinging him around like a rag doll. Throws him into Batman. And he literally cracks their skulls together. And yeah, it's not the real Batman and Robin. It's pro wrestling. He's a pro wrestler fighting against fake Batman. Sounds like some legitimate pro wrestling shenanigans, though. What? I don't know what's going on. This is just, this entire reality has gone sideways at this point. In terms of Batman and his rogues gallery. Interesting. Wait. Hold on. Wait. What? So, okay. Penguin falls to his death. It is an accidental. Batman didn't push him off. Penguin just lost his balance, fell over the rail. It was. Batman wasn't even responsible for it, and yet for some strange reason he's found guilty in court of murder, and they're going to execute him, which makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Because how many people has the Joker murdered, and they never once attempted to execute him? Why are they executing the Batman over next? It doesn't make any damn sense. The story is not... Alan Grant, did you write this? Because I'm not too impressed at the moment. little shocked right now. Not the best story so far. And I don't know. He's like, that's why I stood in court, why I allowed them to convict me, blah, 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 instead of running, you know. I'm not feeling it so far. It's very contrived, to say the least, which I don't expect from Alan Grant. Okay, so this makes more sense, at least. Joker's having some sort of meeting. I think he's meeting with the doctors and psychiatrists that actually certified him sane, but clearly he's not, based on the dialogue. And is that Catwoman? Yeah, it's Catwoman busting in somebody's apartment. I think she's she's beating up a couple of thugs. She's trying to get information. I think she's trying to clear Batman's name. That's what she's trying to do. So she's like, you know, she's beating up a couple of thugs because that's what, you know, women are perfectly capable of beating up big old thugs. Two of them, not just one, but two of them. Yeah. Suspension of disbelief. That's where that kicks in. There's a lot of people protesting. They're like, you know, free Batman. Because, you know, a lot of people, they don't believe that he's a murderer. And they were right in this because he didn't murder the Penguin. The Penguin literally just, you know, his fat ass fell over the rail and fell to his own death. What? So this is Batman. He interrupts the guy. Is there anything? If there's anything interrupts him, you can do. There isn't. I killed the Penguin. Once he might have survived that fall, but he was getting old. Like me. He's literally like me. He's getting old like me. Like me. I mean, he's like, I'm getting old. How is this Batman? This is Alan Grant? Is this the type of writing Alan Grant does? Because he's a big name. People love Alan Grant. Is this his work? Because I can't believe it right now. This mopey, just woe is me, self-pitying Batman. This is from 1991. What? Like, I get it. He's fighting a tough fight as, you know, Batman. A lot of this is not what I expect from Batman. Like, I understand they had to create some, you know, extraordinary circumstances for the purpose of Armageddon, but this is the best they could do? Like, really? Really? I don't know what to think at this point. I would have to sit down. I got to sit down and read this, like, word for word to see what but the stuff that I'm saying is just not. Like, really? Not impressed. I'm sorry. If the Penguin's fat ass falls over the side of the rail, and Batman didn't touch him at the point. He just like fell over the rail, from what I could tell from the panel. Oh. Okay, hold on here. But still, it's not was it. Jimmy Craig, can you get me with this? So the Penguin is literally shooting his umbrella rifle at him, trying to kill the Batman. The Batman is defending himself. He throws a batarang. It hits. Now look at the angle on this. It's coming in from the left side. And yet somehow it hits him from the right side, which makes no damn sense whatsoever. Knocking, and that's enough, the force of the batarang is enough to cause him to lose his balance and fall over the rail. That is 100% self-defense. Why the hell is he on death row for murder? It doesn't make any damn sense. They're literally saying that the Batman should have let the Penguin shoot him. No! Did you write this, Alan Grant? Because I got questions for you, buddy. If you did. Exactly what do you think about the Second Amendment exactly? Especially with what's going on in Australia right now. Not impressed. So... yeah, okay, so here we go. It doesn't make... Batman's reaction doesn't make any sense. He was defending himself. Like, why is he going all, woe is me, mopey, man, I killed the Penguin. No, you didn't, man. You were defending yourself. You hit him in the hand with a batarang to keep him from shooting you. Why are you acting like a mopey little bitch? And, like, okay, you feel bad that you weren't able to save him from falling to his death. I get that. Doesn't mean you put yourself... Doesn't mean you commit suicide. What? So he gets a call from the Joker, and guess what? Everybody's dead. All the doctors and psychiatrists, they're all dead. And he's like, I just wanted to let you know why I killed the fairest bird of all, meaning the Penguin. So that's when, okay. Hold on. See, you gotta understand, I'm reading this with 2020 vision. But even that 2020 vision is tainted with modern day comic books. There might be a twist here. If there is a twist, that smacks a Alan Grant. So the Joker is confessing this to Batman, right? Over the phone. So as the Joker is confessing this, Batman falls silent. And Joker's like, Batman, question mark? And Batman smiles and is all like, why don't you come around? Meaning, why don't you stop by for a visit? So that might be I don't know. There might be something going on here. We'll find out here. Maybe Batman did this on purpose and is just putting on an act. That would actually make sense. Okay, so got a little bit of 2020 lenses, but it doesn't mean they're not. It doesn't mean they're not tainted with what's going on in the modern comic world. So then you get the Joker. He's doing his show thing. He's got his talk show going. But obviously at this point we know he's actually still batshit crazy. We'll see if this guy's dead or not. Gave him the old electric joy buster. Oh no, he's still alive. Okay, surprisingly. I guess this is live television, so he's not really ready to reveal to the world that he's a complete lunatic still. Oh wait a minute, no. Dude's in a giant freaking toilet. Hold on, let's see what happens to him. Tim Drake stops by Wayne Manor. There's good old Alfred. Tim Drake, he's investigating. He doesn't quite believe what's going on, it seems like. So he's trying to figure out some things. Hold on. Wait. There's this character by the name of Anarchy. I know the character. I know the name. I don't know much about the character though. I know the character. I just don't really know anything about the character. If that makes sense. So Batman's in a cell. Anarchy shows up at the prison. He breaks his way in. He's breaks his way into Batman's cell. He's like, hey. Batman's all like, Anarchy, I've been expecting you. Anarchy explains that he has a field disruptor that disrupts the image so they can't tell that it's him. Let's see, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, so Anarchy is there to break him out. Batman, for some reason, he's still not. I think Batman's got something up his sleeve here. That's the only thing that would make any sense at this point. And so Anarchy is actually trying to convince him to let him break him out and everything. He's like, "What, you gonna take me out of here unconscious?" And he's like, "If I have to." Anarchy knows he's gonna get his ass handed to him, and so Batman's like, "I'd like you to do me a favor." He's got something up his sleeve. So okay, so I'm starting to think it's not. Everything is not as it seems, at least. I don't know, Lord. Really, with this? Are you kidding me with this? Is Croc just going soft or what? What? Okay, so Catwoman's trying to get Killer Croc to talk. So she breaks her way in and everything. She basically threatens whatever. He cleans her clock and then goes back to work. Doing paperwork. What? And naturally, she doesn't get the message. She gets back up, attacks him again, tackles him. Like, woman, come on. I think he made his message pretty clear there. But then here's where it gets stupid. Like, legitimately stupid. You've got old and soft Croc. He's still Killer Croc. And so she basically beats him down into submission. And I'm calling bullshit on that. And yeah, she beats him down and puts him into a submission move. I'm calling bullshit. I'm sorry, not sorry. The only way he lost that fight is if his heart wasn't in it. And I have seen fights of a man and a woman fighting in a gym environment, right? The only reason the woman won is because the man didn't fight back. He didn't even defend himself. He literally stood there and took it until he was on the mat, and she had him in a... It wasn't a real fight. It was a bullshit fight. It was just like... It was an act, and a bad act at that. That's what this is right here. He's not really even fighting. He's fighting, but he's not fighting. It's just stupid. It's so freaking stupid. Time to make some BLTs. Yeah, I'll take one of those. Thank you very much. That sounds amazing. What happened to my comment? Where I don't know. It's I typed this is making me hungry for some stuff. I don't know, Remy. It's technology. It's just weird. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything to it. That's the first thing that just popped up was time to make some BLTs. I can't disagree with that. That actually sounds really good right now. Time to make some BLTs with thick cut bacon. You're just making me hungry. Why are you doing this to me, Remy? Why are you doing this to me? If you can email that over, maybe I can 3D print one, throw it in the microwave. That could work. Someday. That's going to be a thing someday, I'm telling you. 3D printing food. We're already on that path. I'm telling you. Oh, so the Killer Croc admits that the Joker's behind it. Somehow he knows about it. So he tells her that it's the Joker. So it was a split string for a second. Dang spies, I'm such a good guy. Dude, it's like, well, maybe someday I'll be able to. You can fax me BLT, and I'll be able to 3D print it and see for myself how good of a cook you really are. It's like, wouldn't that be something, dude? It's like, okay, so we got Tim Drake. He's dressed up as the Robin again. He's It looks like I think he's breaking into the prison or something. Or he's yeah, that's the prison, I think. Okay, so he gets there in time to see Anarchy leaving the prison. Oh, you know what? I think I know what's going on. Maybe. So Tim Drake, aka Robin, tackles him, whatever. He's like, what do you know? Oh, then the police show up, and so they have to take off together. What the what? Okay. Yeah, so cops show up. They take off to escape. They don't have time to they don't have time to quibble between themselves. They need to get out of there. And then, oddly enough, the Joker shows up in his Joker copter. Didn't see that coming. I would overnight cookies to my kid. Not quite as good as fresh out of the oven, but it's a nice alternative. It's very motherly of you doing that, sending your kids cookies. I'm sure they appreciate it. 100%. Let's see here. Yeah, so I think it's the warden. I think it's the warden. He actually escorts the Joker down into the prison. Who naturally has some canned laughter on him. Bada bing. Tss. Oh, but in this now, yeah, we already know that he's still batshit crazy. Wait a minute. Wait, what? What the hell? Why would they do this? What? What? Unless this is the Joker? Wait a minute, is this... I don't know if this is the Joker speaking. Okay, it is the Joker speaking. This is the Joker speaking. So the Joker, he has his own talk show, and he's doing this, he's covering the execution of Batman. Okay. Like I said, I'm not reading it word for word, so I gotta go back and forth a little bit and figure out what's going on. So he's having this ongoing running monologue, and he's like, this is our mock-up, and this is what I was confusing me. It's like, wait a minute. So this isn't actually happening yet. This is a mock-up. And I wouldn't be surprised if he actually electrocuted somebody for the sake of his mock-up, because it's the Joker. And then, boom, there's Batman being electrocuted, but it's not really Batman. And I'm willing to bet he actually fried somebody for the sake of that. That would fit the Joker's modus operandi anyways. And since he is still batshit crazy. So, for some strange reason, they give the Joker access to the Batman. I don't know why. And the Joker's just rambling on, blah, 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 blah. And so he gets bold. Batman's not responding. He grabs the mask, pulls it off, and is like, wait a minute, joke's on you. Ha ha, I'm not Batman. It's Anarchy. He'd swap places with Batman Bruce Wayne. And it is confirmed when Tim Drake and Batman are in the Batmobile driving off. He's like, yeah, I knew it was you. I knew it wasn't Anarchy. It's like, yeah. It's like, very happy, very excited Tim Drake. So yeah, okay. Apparently the Batman had a plan all along. That I can believe. Okay, that I can believe. So apparently the whole thing was an act. That I can believe. And that makes me think that this was Alan Grant. So, because Batman was acting so just whiny and bitchy. It's like, wait, this is not Batman. What the hell is going on? It's because it was an act. He had a plan. That makes more sense. Way more sense. And yes. There's Anarchy. Anarchy's all schmarmy and like, we fooled you. Joker really takes off, whatever. And there's Catwoman again. Who is that? I have no idea. They're attacking her. What the? I don't even know. What the what? Werewolves? Are Are these werewolves? They're werewolves. Oh no, mutant baboons? What? So they're basically like baboon versions of werewolves? It's Joker related, so it shouldn't be too surprising. Oh, wait. We get bat jet boots. Bat jet boots. I didn't know that was a thing. Where does he get these wonderful toys? It's like, what? It's naturally Batman and Robin swoop in to save the day. Batman literally flies in, cleans the clock of that one baboon wolf, were-baboon, whatever you want to call it. In comes Robin, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so this is... man, for a minute there, I thought this was a disaster, but so far it's like, okay, it's redeemed itself. Okay, Alan Grant, I think I can get on board with this one. It's like, what? I get the feeling that he knew somebody was behind it. If he didn't know it was the Joker, he knew somebody was behind it. He probably suspected the Joker at least, and he said he planned this whole thing to expose the Joker. He wasn't really sane. He was still a homicidal maniac. I think that's where they're going with this. That would make sense. That would be Alan Grant. That would be Batman. So... Mother Murgatroyd. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa, what? No. Really? Really? Oh, okay. Almost missed this. So, Batman's holding Catwoman in his arms. She's like bleeding out, and she dies. It seems like apparently she dies due to the injuries sustained from the baboon werewolf creatures. Joker, tonight is it? He's not happy. So he's going after the Joker with personal vengeance now. Let's see. What's going on? I don't know. Joker's just running. I don't know where he's... Okay, so I think he might be at his studio. That might be where he's at. Batman's chasing him in one eye. Got the guards. Boom, boom, boom. Fighting through them all. Catching up to the Joker. There's the Joker. Yeah, he's got him pinned down or whatever. He's like, why, Joker, why? It's a long story, old chum. But if you promise to sit still, I'll tell it. It all began one day in Arkham. I had a flash of insight, as lunatics will. And Joker, I thought, wouldn't things be so much nicer if you were sane? I couldn't argue with that. Sandy's a much prized asset in today's crazy world, so I had a word with my old friend Penguin. He knew these doctors, you see, were just delighted to declare me cured. Okay, so yeah, it was a plan from the beginning all along to wow, okay. Yep. Sounds like something the Joker would do. He faked his sanity. Dude, he's the Brown Prince Clown of Chaos for a reason. Whoa, what the what? I remember this. I remember the scene. Holy crap, this just came back in a big way. Check this out. Okay, so Batman and Joker are fighting. Joker pulls a sword out of his cane. Nice touch. Lunges at him. Tags him, but then he lands his sword right into an electrical socket. Fries himself good. Literally. Like he dies with a smile on his face, probably as the Joker would hope to go out, and then Batman starts laughing his ass. Because in the moment, the irony would be kind of funny, actually. Jiminy Cricket. Oh, okay, so yeah, he basically got his electric hand buzzer turned around on him in a big way. Then something starts to happen. You get these little cosmic lines on the side. Boom, something happens in that moment. And boom, Batman is back into the present. So apparently that was in the future or something. And he's like, wait, what did you do to me? And oh, hey, look, it's Wave. I think his name was Wave Rider. He's like some cosmic being or something like that. Yeah, he travels through time or something. They have a conversation. And that's, the Armageddon 2001, that's where this is all going. He's like, why did you do that? Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? What did you do? Who are you? Yeah, Wave Rider. His name's Wave Rider. He took a walk through Batman's future. He's like, why would you do that? Yeah, so he explains to Batman he's from the future. There's a madman that's taken over everything, who was once a superhero. He doesn't know who the superhero was. All he knows is that this madman used to be a superhero. Used to be. Calls himself the Monarch. And that's where this whole Armageddon 2001 thing comes into play. So with that, Wave Rider pops back off into the timeline and everything. Batman goes back to being Batman. And that's it on this Armageddon 2001. Yeah, so it was a DC-wide event and everything. In and of itself, interesting concept. Now, from the previous stream we went through an Armageddon 2001 issue, we did learn that it was in fact Hawk. I got mixed feelings about that, because it's a little bit on the lazy. It's like, oh, a hero turned villain. Ooh, how shocking! But they didn't just destroy one hero. They destroyed two. In actuality, they killed Dove in order to create Monarch, because without Dove, Hawk went crazy. In reality, Monarch was Hawk, and it was just this real convoluted circle and everything. So they destroyed not one but two characters in order to create the Monarch, and I don't know if they ever even did anything with Monarch after that. It's just it would have been better served as like a what if Elseworlds type situation, The fact that they did that in the main continuity, it just smacks of lazy writing. Interesting idea and everything, but it's like they thought that the Hawk and Dove were throwaway characters or something, and they decided to just give up on them. They're like, okay, well, instead of just like killing them off, we're going to turn them into a major villain or something like that. It's kind of lazy. And it opens the door for like other like just lazy concepts to be put out there. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if I read like the entirety of this Armageddon 2001 story arc, maybe it would make more sense. There would be more to it. What I've seen so far, just it's kind of like on the surface, it's a cool idea, but then, like I said, it destroys not one but two characters, two heroes. To create a new villain, like, doesn't really seem like a very good trade-off to me, But then here's the thing. Here's the reason why I'm questioning it, because look at what's going on in Modern Complex. They have destroyed so many heroes at this point, and deconstructed them, dismantled them. It was basically the beginning. It was that little itty bitty little snowball that they rolled down the hill and turned into a freaking like giant avalanche. That's why I kind of have a problem with it at this point, because it's almost like it started the ball rolling. This is 1991, so 4 years before the Great Divergence. At least the artwork wasn't like super terrible or anything. By and large, The anatomy of the characters made sense. There is more detail in the background at times. And like this is a good example. Instead of just being like a flat color, there's actual brick work. They actually took the time to draw the bricks. And I did not realize until now how important that was. Some of them are, flat color, but there is more detail overall, at least. See, the artwork is not as bad as that last Shadow of the Bat we went through. Nothing weird as far as like the poses of the characters. Yeah, there wasn't anything weird, at least. Overall, it wasn't bad, I'd say. And that's without reading it word for word. I mean, it wasn't complete. Like the fight between Catwoman and Killer Croc, I don't consider that to be a real fight. Killer Croc, his heart wasn't in it. He was like, I don't have time for this. I don't feel like fighting you. And his heart wasn't in it. He was not giving it his all. That's the only reason she was able to take him down. In this future timeline, he seemed to be an actual legitimate reformed criminal engaging in honest business as an owner of a wrestling entertainment empire. As crazy as it sounds, at least it fits the character. If someone like Killer Croc was going to go straight, keep in mind he's a mass murderer, so I don't understand how he could possibly escape the death penalty. But we're talking about comic books. So somehow he becomes reformed. So becoming a wrestler, professional wrestler, it fits the character at least. But apparently it also neutered him as far as fighting goes. He just didn't have it. He's like, I don't have time for this. I don't want to fight you. And yet somehow he still has connections to the Joker. I don't know. So I'm saying there aren't issues with the story. By and large, at least it's not janky. It's not weird. It's not disgusting. And overall, like he caught me by surprise. I'm like, why is Batman acting like this? Why is he acting like a whiny little bitch? Because it was part of his plan to fool the Joker. And it works. It fooled me. So, of course, I came into it with certain expectations based on 2020 vision tainted with modern pop culture. So that is in my defense. But it had that nice little surprise twist. That's what I was looking for. So Alan Grant did not disappoint me on that one. That's a relief, let me tell you. Dude. And there you have it. Batman Annual number 15. Armageddon 2001. And that's going to do it for today. Now, the cover art is actually pretty nice. I actually do like the cover art in that one. It's pretty well done. And it's pretty striking imagery. Yeah, okay. Not terrible. And keep in mind that's without reading it word for word. And this is only one story in the Armageddon 2001 overall story arc. So, I don't know. I actually would not mind getting the rest of the Armageddon 2001 to see exactly what they were going for. I mean, I've got the ending where they reveal who the Monarch is and whatnot. I don't know. Like I said, I'd have to read the whole broad story arc to truly get the full picture. But, I don't know. At the very least, though, it wasn't like, well, this or this. So it's not at that level, and that is a good thing. So. Jiminy Cricket, man, it's just it's such a weird experience doing this like this, because it's like those tainted 2020 vision. It's you see things, it's like, wait a minute, is this what they're? This is 1991. They can't tell me this isn't where they're going with it. Oh wait, oh thank God, it's not where they're going with it. He went in different directions. So okay, we're good. It's a very weird experience. Like, it's not what I'm used to when it comes to reading comic books. Back in the day, reading them, it's like you see something weird, You just kind of brush it off. It's like, okay, this artist is kind of on the weird side. You don't think about the number of people it goes through to reach publication, to get printed. Trust me, folks, it is a process. It is not a simple process. Unless this guy owns the character, owns the comic book, and makes all the decisions himself, he has to go through layers and layers of approval. People have to put their stamp on it. This stuff doesn't happen by accident. And it's been a very interesting journey, to say the least. Wow. Wow. Oh, doggy. It's a lot to think about. It really is. Yeah, Gearbox. Yeah. You know what to do there, buddy. Yeah, go and kick it on over. All right, folks. It is about that time, and it's okay. Fortunately, I was kind of dreading this one, but there was some definite jankiness going on, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So there was some interesting stuff, and it's kind of weird though. It's kind of weird because this is an annual from 1991, written by Alan Grant. It wasn't bad. From what, and just breezing through it wasn't bad. But this is from August of 92, written by Alan Grant. Something off about this one. It's kind of weird. I mean, I understand you're not gonna knock every single story out of the park, but it's just, I don't know. It just seems as far as the Alan Grant script goes, it's just, I don't know. I'd have to sit down and read them and compare them, stuff like that. I don't know when I have the time to do that. Hopefully, eventually, someday, we'll see. But there was just something. It's just odd, you know. Really, I'm glad, not too bad. Thank you very much. Hopefully, that translated to a little more pleasant experience on your guys'. Like, if I have to go off on a rant, I got no problem doing it. Doesn't mean I want to. Doesn't mean it's my goal. It's not. The goal here is to have fun, have a good time. But some of the stuff they've done to our pop culture is just, it's downright infuriating at times. I don't like having to go down that road, but they don't give us a choice. Yeah, it has to be said, you know. So thankfully, it wasn't like that today too much. There was some jankiness, some weirdness, some Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. What was that? Not as bad as some of the other stuff overall. So gotta be grateful for the little things, if you know what I mean. Hope you're having a great Monday there. Hopefully this is gonna help you kick off the week right and whatnot. It's there's so much stuff going on in the world. Oh my Lord, so much lunacy. Don't even get me started. Oh my gosh. I'm not looking to get political here and stuff like that, but if you heard about the Arizona audit, they found actual numerical evidence. Stuff was off. In a big way. Big way. Question is, what's going to be done about it? That is the question. The world is just, oh my Lord. The world we live in right now is just indescribable. Australia is on complete and total lockdown, like it's gone full communist fascist dictatorship. I just can't. How is this the world we live in? I don't even know. So yeah, hopefully this helps to take your mind off things for a little bit there. Like I said, I'm not looking to get political and whatnot. The whole point is to kind of, deep dive pop culture archaeology, but also at the same time kind of forget some about the worst of things out there in life right now. And still having a little fun in the process and whatnot. Hopefully we've succeeded with that today. Even with the jankiness that did rear its ugly head. There's still more to come. So much more to come. I have a respectable collection, if you ask me. And I'm very much looking forward to diving through it all. Now, here's one of the takeaways. A couple of those a couple of those issues from around 91, 92, they do give me hope. They give me hope because they weren't bad. The jankiness was minimal to non-existent, which means that tells me that the further back we go in my collection, the better it's going to get. The better it's going to get. and the more you're gonna, especially those of you that are not necessarily into comic books, they're not necessarily into the geek side of pop culture, get a better idea as to why I have such a passion for this stuff. And that is the goal. That is the overriding goal right there. And we're just taking a very dirty, nasty, just janky path to get there. We're going through the sewers right now. Let's put it that way. We're going through the sewers of pop culture at the moment. But at some point, I believe that we are going to get into the good stuff. And I'm hoping sooner rather than later, because I don't know how much more of this I can take right now. It's just like, it's a janky, the weirdness. Just so much weirdness, man. And I want you guys to understand why I have a passion for this stuff. There's good stuff out there. You might have to go back a ways to get to it, but it is out there. And I have some of it right here. I've got some of it right here. We just have to get to it. And we will get to it. God willing, we'll get to it. It's like, believe me, that just even thinking about that gets me excited. It's like, it reminds me of why I'm doing this. Gosh, it's been such a crazy journey. It really has. Oh my goodness, Mother Murgatroyd. Well, if you enjoy the content and everything, if you'd like to, maybe see some of the brighter side of being a geek and everything, especially when it comes to the Rebel Squadron brand or the House of G brand, feel free to check out my main channel, Rebel Squadron. I'm working hard over there nonstop. That is where my primary focus is at this time, at least. And working on stuff over there, especially being right now a online merchant store through Streamlabs. And I'm looking to branch out from there at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. So yeah, check it out. If you like the content, subscribe over there, hang out over there. House of G I do every Monday around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're running a Rebel Squadron. I try to upload videos, shorts. I do stream over there Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So completely random. Remy Pepper Bacon makes me excited. I want bacon so bad right now. It's all your fault, Remy. Why are you doing this to me? I don't have any bacon in the fridge. That's why this is a problem. Like, now I want bacon. I don't have any. Like, what? Why are you doing this to me, Remy? Why are you doing this to me? I guess I might have to go out somewhere. Maybe a Baconator from like Wendy's or something. I don't know. It's the last thing I need, but I want bacon. I want bacon. I want bacon. Oh, it's gonna be cricket, but holy cannoli! Oh my goodness! So yeah. Bacon. I can't stop thinking about bacon. Where was I? I got bacon in the brain. Where was I? I don't even. Something about Rebel Squadron. There you go. Boom, check it out. Yes. Yeah. So if you feel like it, check it out. Yeah. The more successful Rebel Squadron is, the more I'll be able to do over here at House of G. If not sooner, at some point. Hopefully not too distant future. And there's some stuff I want to do. It's going to take time. In order to find that time, to make that time, I have to be able to, I don't know, like hire somebody to do some of the stuff over there at Rebel Squadron so I can do more stuff over here. You see, it's a symbiotic relationship, It's like, and make no mistake there, folks. Make no mistake. This channel, House of G, will not succeed on its own with YouTube the way it is. YouTube hates this type of channel. It hates this type of content. So I need Rebel Squadron to succeed so that I can do other stuff over here. Do you see where I'm going with this? The symbiosis, the symbiotic relationship. This thing, the success of this building, success of this and all that stuff, and having fun here and doing other things here, but still having fun, hopefully. And yeah, it's just, wow, oh my gosh, what have I got myself into? I don't even know, man. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I seriously been doing this for a year and a half now. I didn't have any idea what I was doing when I started, and I still barely have any idea what I'm doing now. What are you gonna do? That's how we roll here at the House of G. I'm the original geek in the original game room. Let me tell you. things are changing though. Something's happening out there in the world. There's a lot of stuff going, a lot of crazy stuff going on. But there are signs of some good stuff though. So something is happening, folks. Something is happening. Just gotta hang in there, persevere, hang tough, fight the good fight, keep the faith, and hopefully, prayerfully, things are gonna get better at some point. There's gonna be pain. There's gonna be pain. Make no mistake. The only question is how much pain. I don't know. Hopefully that'll be mitigated. Hopefully. There's already been a good deal of pain. Hopefully. Hopefully it's going to be mitigated. And then we can get back to the good life. To truly, normal level of living as such as it is. Oh, man. It's just wow. Indie bacon. Indie bacon. Wait, can I do... Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I'm trying to do something here. Hold on. Let's see if it does this. I don't know if it did it or not. Wait. Nope, there it is. There we go. Andy Bacon, thick cut, not butt cut. Butt cut. What? Buy some bacon oven at 425 degrees for 20 minutes. That sounds useful. I usually just pan fry it, and it's such a pain in the freaking ass. Pan fry, baking in the oven. That sounds like it could work. Actually, that sounds like it could be a bit more, less of a hassle than the way I usually cook it. It is. It does. Bacon is so amazing. Oh my lord, so crispy. Just there's nothing like it in terms of flavor. The flavor of the bacon. There's nothing like it. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the poll or not. Actually, Remy, I don't know if you can see it or not. You're probably on your phone. I don't know. I just did a bacon poll, yes or no, meaning yes bacon or no bacon. I think you're the only one watching at the moment, so you're the one that I can't vote on my own poll. So it's like, get your vote in, Remy. Get your vote in. Bacon, yes or no. No fast food, buy organic. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of fast food in general, and yeah, there's nothing like real bacon. Boom, I'll mother you. Easy cleanup and crispy in the oven. Crispy is the way I like it. You get that raw chunks of fat on it. I mean, it's just that's not me. That's not my kind of bacon that I like. Yeah, nice and crispy, crisp, tasty. I can't see it. Okay. It might be the device that you're using. That's my guess. All right, so go ahead and drop that. It's all good, Remy. It's just I have the ability to do polls in the live chat, and I keep forgetting about it actually. And I actually want to use that more often. I just gotta get in the habit of it and figure out how to really use it to effectively. It's fun though. It's actually a lot of fun. But if you, depending on your device, I can see how maybe it might not show up, unless there could be a delay as well. When I launched it, it took a minute for it to pop up on my screen. But it is fun though. It's a shame that it won't show up for. Okay, now I got to go figure out what to eat because I haven't eaten since breakfast, and yeah, it's getting kind of late here actually as far as daytime goes. Definitely past lunch. Wow, way past lunch. I was talking about bacon is not helping me any. There it is on your iPad. I went ahead and shut it down because you said it wasn't showing up. So dang it. Hold on. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. And I'm launching a second poll. I want to see. This is good experience. This is good research right here to see how this works. So you're on your iPad now. I launched a second poll. Go ahead now. Hopefully it shows up for you on your iPad. Come on. Okay, it's showing up. It's showing up on my screen for my live chat. Let me know if you can see it on your iPad now. And it should be a poll that it's a live poll, so you should be able to get your vote in on this one. Let's Tony Cricket. Oh, you're in your email now, aren't you? Well, the Murgatroyd. Interesting. What's that doing? So some of the stuff this stuff does is interesting. I mean, if you get touchscreen, you should be able to just tap it. Or if you're using like a mouse, the cursor you can move around. You should be able to click on it. Oh, come on. Kill me here. I should have, well. Interesting. Like I can see it on my screen. It took a few seconds, but it did pop up a little bit faster this time. So, interesting. Okay. I don't know. You said you could see it on your iPad, but it's not letting you. There we go. All right. Looks like it finally popped up for it. Boom, there we go. Bacon, hell yes, wins with a decisive victory. What? I don't know. There seems to be like some sort of delay with that poll thing going on. If I leave it up, it seems like if I leave it up there long enough, though, it'll get through to you. Somebody voted on it. I'm hoping that was you, Remy. I don't know what I'm doing. We're flying by the seat of the pants here. We're just having fun. I already voted, so it won't let me vote again. There you go. Okay, so you did get the vote in. All right, there we go. Your vote counted, Remy. That's the important thing. So, yeah. All right, so I don't have any bacon, but now that I'm dying for bacon, I gotta go. It's past lunchtime for me, so I gotta go eat something at least before I chew off my arm or something. It's not. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna taste like bacon. So it was you. Okay, copy that. Good times. Just having fun here in the house of G. Oh my goodness. Okay, no, that was great. That was great. This is fun. I think so. Glad you agree. All right, doggy. Oh, that's not. Yeah. Okay. Cheers. Hey. Here's the bacon. Oh, boom shakalaka. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Why? It's doing weird things. No, don't do that. Hopefully it's not interfering with the stream. Computer's doing something. Don't do it. Stop. Okay, I think we're good though. It's about time to wrap it up though anyways. Yay, some more of my vote actually counted. There you go. There you have it. That is the power of voting right there. Let me tell you. I'm glad we were able to wrap this one up with some fun there. That's what we're trying to get at here. And yeah, so far pop culture has not been very cooperative in that regard. Some biscuit, dude, these guys, man. Oh my lord, what these people have done to our pop culture is just straight up. It's criminal, if you ask me. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, I think it's about time to wrap it up. It has been a fun, especially like just messing around with the poll and stuff like that. That was actually surprisingly fun. We're gonna have to do more of that. I gotta, damn it, Craig. The poll thing's been around for a while. I keep forgetting about it because I get so busy. Gotta figure out something to do with that. You got any ideas on what to do with the polls? Hey, throw them out there. I'll be more than happy to do it. If yeah. If it fits in everything. Good time. Yeah, we're doing some deep dive pop culture archaeology and whatnot, but we are trying to have some fun here too. So let's find ways to do that. Yeah, it's a team effort on that part. It's like, I'm just so freaking busy, man. I'm so busy. I don't even have time to think about stuff. I wish I did. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, I think it's about time to wrap things up. Oh yeah. It's I'm starting to go a little bit cross-eyed, which is a little surprising. It's probably because I don't take any breaks. Yeah, with my main channel, I actually do take regular breaks, and it helps a lot. I'm streaming for 3 hours straight at this point, so I'm already past my usual break. That might be why I'm going cross-eyed right now. You have ideas. Ideas are good. Be sure to pass them along. I don't know. Shoot me an email or a message on Facebook, something like that. I'm definitely interested in hearing those ideas that are amazing. Because I want to, this is my side channel, my passion project, but I do want to grow it. I do. I really want to do something with this. So I'm open to ideas, suggestions, recommendations, whatnot. Can't guarantee they're all going to happen, but whatever is feasible, whatever sounds like a good idea, sounds like a fun idea, we'll see what we can do here. Smells like bacon. Sounds like a fantastic idea already. So biscuit, man. All right. Hasta la pasta. It's an old joke going back to Spanish class in high school. Hasta la pasta. Doggy. All right. Okay. I'll send you pics of the bacon. Why? What? You told. I don't have the ability to 3D print it yet. That's just torture at this point. Come on. What are you doing? All right, we're having fun, but seriously, no, I got to wrap things up here. Unfortunately, it's it can be difficult to shut down a stream sometimes. Seriously, it's just so much fun at times, and this is turning into one of those times, But it has to be done. It has to be done. All right. Have yourself a fantastic Monday, what's left and everything, and I hope you have a great week. If you'd like to have some more fun here with, the House of G, only not on the House of G, over on Rebel Squadron, check us out over there. Stream Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and I do, videos and shorts and all that fun stuff. Got big plans, and hopefully we'll be able to bring those plans to life. That is the dream anyways. So have yourself a fantastic night and a great week if I don't see you over in the Rebel Squadron. And the House of G will return next Monday. We are trucking. We're moving right along. We are trucking. There's so much that can be done. So we'll see what we can make happen here in due time. And I'll be looking for those bacon pics. If you're going to send pics of bacon. That is a pro tip from the House of G. So, I'm done with that one. I'm not going to touch this. Jiminy Cricket. Did I really just say that? I guess I did. Okay, have yourself fantastic. All right, you have a good one there. I got to stop laughing. Hold on. Wait. Okay, I think I'm okay. I think I'm good. Oh, okay. All right, guys. Have a great one there. It's been fun. And yeah, looking forward to next week. So, you doggy. All right. Have a great night. This has been another House of G speaking into the void.